understanding to that fact, crap, these drinks are spilling all in my bag. But yeah, you said you were going to be more respectful and understanding to that fact, but it's like you threw it all out the window as soon as you came on a live, and I didn't understand that. And then in the
Can I
chat,
can I say that isn't fair? I think I was being very respectful on the live, but when Roy started attacking me, I think it is because I'm not big on saying something is fair. I don't really care about fair, but I think it's diabolical to be like, yeah, he's attacking you. Just sit there and take it.
not before the roar, okay? The chick literally said that you may like you scare her somewhat.
But
And I
did
don't
you
know if
hear?
she was joking.
Okay.
She's a nice person. She didn't want to make you feel uncomfortable. But for her saying that, but you gotta read the room and understand. Like women fear women fear men attacking them for the most part. If you know if they say the wrong thing. Can we agree on that or no?
We can, but I'd like to state my point. She did say she was joking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I think, and I understand bringing women to the channel is a good thing, and you want to be respectful of them. But I also think they'll agree with me. They don't want you treating them like they're fragile and made of glass. You know, they want the same. They want you to trust them that they can handle themselves in conversation as well. You know, that's some. Even though it seems like a good thing, I can see how women will start taking offense to it if when you bring them onto the panel, you pretty much make the panel about them and really don't let us interact with them in a genuine way.
But you do understand it is about them, right?
Well, I guess if that's what you're saying it is, I know that now. I thought it was about the conversation. I thought when you have these panels, it's not so much about each individual, it's about the conversation. I think they are a good bouncing board, especially to draw views and maybe to bounce the questions off. But again, I agree. If you only want them to talk, you should only have them on the panel.
Okay, think about this. When you did your live, did you not take up of the 2 hours? Did you not talk for literally an hour and like 40 minutes of the whole 2 hours? And you were literally cutting people off, telling people that it's about you and the OG show. Like, what did that happen?
Well, I would say I talked for about maybe an hour and 20 minutes. But again, your whole point, or I thought my whole point was today was it was the OG thought. So for me to get my
Well,
points out, I was bringing people on panel to
pick up a
participate,
destiny.
but not actually to make the live about them. So that might be just the ideological difference on how we view the running of a show.
Got you. Okay, well, but here's the thing. Just so just so you know, okay? If I sat there, yep, thanks. If I sat there and I made it, thanks. If I sat there and I made it the OG show, let it be the OG show, okay? Like if she's on the thumbnail photo, it's pretty much like her introduction, her first live. I told people that, it's more so I was looking for a female co-host or, just a chick that I could have on that would like be bouncing, off of my channel. Wouldn't that be like a time and place situation that like at that point you should try to fall back and like let her do her, let her it be about her, just like I let you have your shine and let it be about you.
I 100% agree, but again, I will argue in my defense. I was the only person not asking gotcha questions, not trying to ask clickbaity questions, but instead, my questions were formulated on the answers that the ladies themselves gave. You know, I think something that we highly overlooked was everybody was asking Maddie, did she date a black guy before? And her response was, that was my first love. But then that completely got swept up under the rug. Nobody tried to re-engage with the topic, and those are the kind of things that do make me speak up when I see good content material that's not being talked about in most other spheres, and it's an opportunity for success for everybody on the panel. I will try to interject.
Yeah, but the thing, I get that. I get all that. I'm just saying, like I said, with time and place, you got to understand if, you know, like, if you know, if you know that, like, the live was for the most part about the chick, because, that was the whole point of me doing that live. It was about more so her. So you gotta like just know like at this point you gotta like fall back and not make it about you. And that's what you continue to do. And I continue to tell you, that you when you come on my channel, I like you to be here. I think you're a good addition to my channel. But the problem is you make every single live stream I do your show. Like you dominate the mic. And then like if you're not even needed for like a conversation, like if you're not needed for a certain topic we're talking about, you still find a way to throw yourself in there. Like you still find a way to make yourself um a part of the conversation that's just ain't needed. And like I said, it ain't nothing wrong with what you do. So don't think I'm not trying to bash you or anything, not trying to make you feel. I'm just trying to give you this criticism so it makes not just my channel better, but it helps you be better.
I mean, I can agree. I'm not above outside observation. Something I tell a lot of people: you never, you never experience yourself. So your experience of yourself really doesn't matter when somebody's telling their interpretation of it. So I'm taking your words in. It's just especially on the live forum. Some things it's not so much I'm combating what you're saying. I'm just adding context to why I make the decisions I make.
Yeah, just think about this, okay? When you had when
Hold on,
Brandon came up, and I
real
yeah,
quick.
go ahead.
I got it. So this what gets me. I said I got it. And then you went in again. I said, okay, now I get it. And then you going in again. I'm like, okay, now
No,
you
no, no.
beat me
I'm
down.
moving to
But
Brand.
if
I'm
you
moving to Brandon. I'm moving to Brandon right now. I'm moving to Brandon right now. But here's the thing, OG. I've like here's the thing. Since we're gonna move on, if it happens again, then you can't be mad if I have to make a move that's best for me because of the fact you don't want to hear it. And like every time we do this, you don't never say, you know what, I'm gonna change this up, I'm change that up. You continue doing it. Like yesterday, I spent the whole hour in Discord talking to you and trying to mediate, and you literally did the same thing like an
I
hour
don't even want
later.
to have that conversation again. Because
No, I'm
literally,
just
like
saying,
I
but
said,
I mean, if you don't want to have it again, if you do the behavior again, then I got to make a move
but
to not have
but
you on.
but
I got to make a
that was
hard
the
decision.
conversation. I wasn't doing nothing on that behavior. If you
You were
compare
in the
me,
chat. You were OJ. You were in the chat, and the chick literally, yes, she joked. She had to joke and say she's joking because she felt bad for you because she knows you mean well.
that's something I think that you do, DJ, that you
Say some
shouldn't
crazy
do.
stuff, and then when
Hold on,
you came up and
that's
you were looking crazy. You don't understand that.
I don't feel like I
So
was
I'm
looking
just
crazy.
saying,
I no listen. I think it's crazy
you don't think
for
you
you.
don't think you're looking crazy, OG.
I think it's crazy for you to say what people feel. So if somebody say I was just joking, for you to say that wasn't joking, it puts me in this position. Either I don't believe what they say, or I don't believe what you say, and I just
Dude, I
think
mean,
that's not.
she might have been joking, but dude, just read the room. She literally, when you came up, she literally covered herself up, and she didn't know nothing about no other conversations. She literally covered herself up, and her facial expression, she looked so uncomfortable. Do you not understand? Read the room,
First of
like that,
all,
like
I think
When Brandon asked them that question, for example, they looked so uncomfortable. That's the reason why I said I didn't want no men up if we're gonna talk about sexual stuff because I felt like the only person up there that wasn't like acting like they've been here or acting like they've been here before was freaking Clean Bins. And he was the only one at that point that act like he's been here before. Like that was some nasty work. It looked like a bunch of men
well, listen,
simping and thirsty for these
but
women, and that's what I didn't want. It made him
I
feel
didn't do
uncomfortable.
that.
That's why. No, I'm just
That's not
okay.
that's not
OG,
my tally
like
mark though. You're telling me what
bro,
B
like
Bag
okay, well,
did.
how about you hold on? How about you do this? How about you go off the video and go watch the live back? Go look at when you were saying, go look at when you were saying stuff in the chat, and then look when you jumped on there. Look how her body language, her facial expression, everything changed. Like what? Like just look at that.
Actually,
Like just watch.
DJ, I did, and a lot of the
So you
questions
didn't.
I
So
asked.
you didn't see how uncomfortable
Why
she
are you
felt.
asking me? This is why do y'all ask me questions that y'all don't want me to answer?
Okay,
Just say a
go ahead,
simple,
and
no,
answer
no,
it.
no
Go ahead,
question.
go ahead, and answer it.
She was smiling. We had good engagement, and one of the first things I tried to say is I missed every conversation. I didn't know she had a man. If I know she had a man, I'd have treated her a lot different. I understand. I did troll in the comment, But to me, like I said on the live, it was a purposeful troll. I'd say something crazy, then ask the real question because I was dealing with the hour long. You're a creep, OG. But when I point out, unlike some of the accusations, I'm not in nobody's DMs. I'm not trying to engage with nobody off the live. In my opinion, she might have just put that shimmy shawl, I don't know what it was, on because she was cold. If you look at the other two lives
Oh,
around the
bro,
time, you got to let
bro,
me
you really
finish.
said because
If
she
you look at
cold?
the other two lives, she
God,
put that stuff on at the same time and was nobody there. So I get what you're saying. I'm just saying to say just because I came on the panel, she got completely covered up when everybody was asking her sexual questions but me. I think that's painting a false narrative.
bro, she put the whole cardigan on. She put it over her head at one point, and then you don't understand. She covered up her whole as soon as you came on,
So
and you were like,
you
she,
saying she did that because of me?
dude, she did it because of you. She was joking in
Okay,
a way, but
okay,
she was
fine,
uncomfortable.
fine.
But
If that's what you
I'm
say,
saying
listen.
you don't
I
want to.
just won't
The
go
reason
on
why I
with the
get
girl.
frustrated, bro, what I'm saying is the reason why I get so frustrated is because I'm telling you what needs. I'm like I was gonna make a quick statement about that. That way, people that telling me to not have you on, they understand. I'm gonna tell you what needs to happen once again, and then you don't do that no more. And instead of you saying, you know what, I ain't gonna do that no more. I was wrong. I was wrong. Which I'm telling you, go look at the video. You were wrong. You want to fight it, and that's what makes it worse. Because it
Okay,
makes me look like a joke
real
because you're
quick,
not.
real quick. Listen to what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
You're saying what I did wrong was simply coming on the panel. Think about what you're saying.
No,
You're
not
saying
coming on
no.
a
Listen.
panel.
I didn't
Go
say
ahead.
nothing to her. I just came on the panel and you said that's why she covered up. That's what you're saying I did wrong, DJ. Are
Bro,
you not?
you don't remember the chat at OG, you're a 40 plus year old man. I'm 38 years old. I'm not trying to get at that woman. Like, we're beyond her time. She's a young lady. I'm sorry. We're not those dudes. Okay, let's keep it a buck. We're not those dudes. If we were both single, or if I was single or you were, whatever, we're not getting that. Okay, we're not getting Maddie. Okay, it ain't happening. Okay, in reality. Okay, she's not checking for us. She
I,
said that. Like, she with somebody. She has a relationship with somebody. So there should be no jokes, especially if you're going to be on a panel. There should be no jokes in the chat or anything by somebody that might be co-hosting with her. That makes women feel uncomfortable. Imagine if Skip Bayless or Stephen A. Smith was joking to freaking what you call it, whatever, Joy, whatever her name is. Imagine if he was flirting with her on live air, over and over, like, or on live air or on in the chat. He was flirting with her in the chat, and then she has to experience this man in person on a live like that. She's gonna feel uncomfortable, and you don't understand that. You're not trying to understand that.
I
That's all I'm trying to
understand what
tell
you're
you.
saying. I'm just saying you're ascribing a lot of things to me that I think are unfounded. I didn't do nothing to her. I didn't get like you said. People were literally asking her sexual questions on the panel, and
Yes, there was a time and place.
but you're lumping me in with them.
Bro, think about this, okay? Brandon question that he asked, he said it came from the chat. I thought was awkward and I thought was nasty work. Okay, just like I thought that like you guys came off like kind of creepy, and they like it wasn't just you, OG. I told Brandon to come up here and face the music, and I said that he did like he shouldn't ask that question because it came off creepy. But the thing is, I'm just saying like you don't have to just because it's about that. Y'all didn't have to ask sexual. They didn't have to ask sexual questions. Like I get that, and they shouldn't have. But
That was they though.
like,
I didn't. I was asking them about their personality, their
drop
interests.
off,
Like I said, she said I had lost myself. I was like, well,
five
where
off,
did you
five.
find yourself? I'm engaging with the
12.
conversation the women were having. I wasn't disrespectful at all. So to paint the narrative that I was this disrespectful creep on the panel, I'm just like, but then you're like, don't defend yourself, just take it. You're pretty much saying, even if it ain't true, just take it. I'm just like, fine. But then you keep doubling down. You keep going back to it. You keep saying I'm an issue, even though I said fine. You say I never said fine. I've said fine 3 times on this live, and you keep going in. And what happens when you do that to people? They start defending themselves with more vitriol. Because the same way you feel like I ain't getting it, I feel like you ain't getting it. If I was doing diabolical
Okay.
behavior, that's one thing. But the only thing you're
You said
telling
which
me
floor?
is you didn't
Go.
like the behavior. The girls said they didn't mind it and that I'm not
Oh
being
God,
aggressive
man.
or creepy towards them,
Okay,
but
okay.
you
Let's
don't
figure. Okay,
like
you
it.
know what? Let's just we can forget about it. You don't. We're gonna go around in a circle. Let's just forget about it because you just said it again. This is why I keep talking about the same thing over and over again. You just said it again. You just said they didn't care, and I'm telling you, the facial expression, and you don't understand what I'm saying. Like you don't understand what I'm saying. Like
DJ Mike messed up for a second. He'll be back, ladies and gentlemen.
it's yeah. Sorry, my phone cut out. You're fine. It's okay. Just continue. It's continue on. It's fine. We'll just keep it moving. Okay. I'm trying to like really just trying to like get you to understand. It's like I'm not trying to victimize you like people are saying I am. And I know they say it's a personal conversation, but there's people that if you're doing stuff in a personal on a personal um in a personal space, I mean in a public space, I have to address it publicly, or I look like like I look like I'm part of it. That's like DJ Academics. His dude that was like doing stuff in like the grocery store, like to women. I'm not saying you're on that level, but I'm just saying when his dude was doing that, DJ Academics backed him until the last his last breath, and it ruined DJ Academics' um, reputation because it looked like he was condoning it. That's the reason why I'm doing this. I'm not playing that because I look crazy with how yesterday went. I'm grouping that box now.
And I just would disagree. I think, me myself, I agree. When you have,
Oh
especially new
yeah, you done
women on
drop
the
off.
panel,
How you doing?
I would avoid sexual questions because
You're
that's
welcome.
what look
I'll take
crazy
that.
and gets
Oh, yeah, I'm
borderline
gonna grab it.
TOS.
This here.
But
I got
I think just somebody coming on the panel, engaging with the conversation. Like I said, I'm not talking about looks. I'm not
Ask again.
complimenting the women. Y'all literally told me don't
Okay.
compliment the women
You
no
want to
more.
top of each other?
So
You want? Okay, go ahead.
outside of coming on the panel, you haven't told me what behavior I did that was
Appreciate it. Thank
diabolical.
you. Have a good day. I'm sorry. Say it again, OG.
I was saying outside of me simply coming on the panel, I didn't do no diabolical behavior. Even if you go through the chat, the only comment I directed at Maddie was I will cut your grass. That's the only thing I commented. Other than that,
You
I
don't. You
was
don't.
just saying stuff, but I wouldn't direct it at nobody because I didn't want to do nobody feeling comfortable. I'm a
I
person who
thought this
does
was a
things with
signature.
Oh, sorry,
Hey
you gonna do
man,
it. I'm a person
just
that
to keep
does
it.
things with
Keep it.
intentions.
Thank
I
you.
don't accidentally do things.
Okay. Well, so you didn't say nothing diabolical in the chat before you came up.
No, I said some diabolical, but I also kept caveating. I'm just joking. I'm just trolling, and then I would ask serious questions that I would direct at the panel.
How would you
But
feel if your
to,
daughter? How would you feel if your daughter was on my channel and people were saying the stuff that you were saying to her? A guy was saying the stuff that you were saying to her. How would you feel if I allowed that guy to come on a panel and confront your daughter? How would you feel?
I'm glad you brought that up. That's the main reason I
Thanks.
left Discord because Crazy was being disrespectful towards my daughter. And my children are something I don't play with. That's the meat of my argument. I have a daughter. I understand women's rights. I know about protecting women. That's why I'm very circumspect in the behavior that I exhibit online. But again, if my daughter is on your live and she goes up on the panel, I rose her well enough, strong enough, and smart enough that I know this is something she signed up to do, and I'm gonna expect men to be men. So I know she know what she's getting into, and I'm here for her when she gets done. If she needs some clarity on what happened on the panel, but I don't believe that men should control every facet around a woman's
Have a good
life.
day. Okay, so listen to what you just said. You just spoke for about 30 seconds about how you respect women, how you pretty much advocate for women. But then I asked you, like, would you let your daughter deal with the behavior that you exhibited? Then you go into like your daughter's grown and she's mature enough to handle it, blah blah blah. Like, why would you even do it if you're an advocate for women? That's like me hitting on somebody in the chat but saying that I respect women, but I'm hitting on a woman that don't want those advances. Like, how can you say that you respect women, but you're hitting? You know she doesn't. You know you're not. Look, I'm not trying to disrespect you. I don't have a chance with Maddie. I don't want Maddie. Okay, I want her as a co-host, as somebody to do lives with, but I don't want her in that way. Like, can't we agree that you're not getting Maddie? So like, why even joke in a chat and do that? And that's what I'm saying. Why should I involve myself if I'm telling her about you? Like, you're a good guy, you're smart, you're the smartest, but you're like literally flirting with her, and you're supposed to be like like the guy that I'm like bragging about, but you're flirting with her, and I told her that nobody, no man that I'm rocking with is gonna be devious and gonna be like talking crazy because I said that we had a guy that low key preyed on a chick that I tried to have mentor, and he used that to like try to get with her, and that was disgusting, and she felt uncomfortable. It just happened. So now I'm literally setting myself up for the same exact thing if I literally told every single guy that's going to be on my panel, not just you. Remember, this ain't just about you, OG. This is any guy that's going to be on my panel or it's going to be rocking with me, working with me. I said, show women respect, meaning don't be hitting on women, period. Like, act like you're at a workplace. Like, women are going to play along with it because they're going to feel uncomfortable going against you, especially if they're trying to make money with me because they're going to think that I'm going to like cut them if they don't respect y'all as men. But that shouldn't be a thing. She shouldn't be made to feel uncomfortable to where, and we're talking not about you, OG, we're talking about period. Let's just get into like ethics of me having a YouTube channel. If she's trying to make money and she wants to do YouTube and have fun, but she wants to make money, let's keep it a buck. She's not doing this for like she wants to make money just like I want to make money. So wouldn't it be unethical for me to give her put her in an environment to where she has to like be subjected to advances from men that she may not want nothing to do with. But she wants to make her money, build up a name, but she can't do it unless she unless I allow or she allows herself to be subjected to flirting, to awkward exchanges and compliments of what she looks like. All of that stuff, she gotta take that for her to be a part and make money on my channel. Now, is that right in 2024? Like, is it still 19 like freaking 70 where you were able to sexually harass women, or is it? Should I allow that pretty much? OG, should I allow somebody that I talk highly about, somebody that I call like one of my
Remember, this ain't about me. This ain't
one of
about
my
me. Frame it
one
different.
of people one of my people that I'm doing YouTube with, somebody I'm trying to give a show to? Does that is that should that be allowed in the workplace? Because this is low key considered a workplace. Because everybody on the outside looking in are spending their time, which is dollars, to us watching us. So should that be allowed?
I feel like you want a yes or no question.
And then a yes or
So,
no question. You can elaborate. You can take as long as you
okay.
need. I'm not going to cut you off.
So this is what I would say. I say no. Wanted, meaning just above board. It's clear harassment, uh, diabolical behavior. I think that should be refrained against. However, my caveat is you can't protect her from every troll on the media space, especially as your channel gets bigger. Right now, this is light trolling with just 100 people. Imagine when you have 10, 12,000 live viewers. Are you going to start banning supporters just because they find it attractive? Are you going to start banning people from the chat just because, again, I think she's a good draw, and the reason I think she should be on a lot more is because of her appeal. But then to start ostracizing supporters, not even taking myself in this period, just because for whatever reason she's their ideal or what they like in a woman, I think that would set a bad precedent in your channel and will lead people to critiquing your channel, probably in a negative light, and it'll be counterproductive to the goal. That's why I said you can't protect her from every troll. I think right now is a good, because this is light trolling. Again, now, I'm 100%. If people got her Instagram, started blowing up her DMs, sending diabolical cockpits to her DM, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, you got to start making some drastic measures. But to say, again, this was your exact words. How about OG? You just don't compliment women no more. I'm like, well, I'm a Southern gentleman. We compliment women. We say salutation and we compliment women. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I told. Remember in that hour, that diabolical hour OG thrashing, I said I just won't come up on the panels with this girl, and that handles everything. But I understand what you said. Like, no, you do bring stuff to a conversation. You do look at conversation from a 42-year-old place. And just real quick, let me say this: I'm a masculine man, Dennis. You could say, "OG, do you really think you can get Beyonce?" And I'm gonna tell you, have I met at the bar? I can't get no woman I can't get through. For any woman who converses with me does find attraction. So not trying to boast my ego, but I'm saying asking another man, does he think he can get another woman? That's crazy. However, I agree with you. I'm 42. One of my girlfriends 43, the other one 42, the other one 41. And I got a little scraggler in there. She's like 28. But I primarily date women my age, DJ. And that's another one of my final points. It's a difference between trolling and jokes and actual flirting and diabolical behavior. That's why I always try to go more towards comedy than I do towards anything that people can assume that's his true feelings.
Okay, well, OG, you're like, here's the thing. You're like, I can end this now with you and like not move past it, but if you do it again, then I'm going to just have to like just block you because you're not like I'm not getting nothing but excuses. Dude, I'm gonna go into every point you just made. I'm
I
gonna
don't
go
even
into
know what
every
I
point.
did,
Don't
DJ.
hold on, don't no 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 don't I'm gonna tell you, don't cut me off. I'll let you talk. If you got more to say, go on and say it. But don't cut me off when I'm talking. I can show you respect, show me respect too. Here's the thing, OG. You first said that, you know, you being like you said the troll point. Dude, you're not a troll. And if you are trolling, you're not a panel member on my channel. I don't mess with trolls. When Ski trolls, I told Ski if he can't be serious, he's not on my live. Okay? Like it's the time and place. If I see like Roy or somebody, I might let Ski come on because it's funny when he trolls. But if he's trolling and he's in that troll mood, do you see how he didn't troll yesterday? He was like real because he knew I was gonna boot him. Because I don't want trolls. I don't respect trolls. It's the time and place to troll. So don't act like if I got 1,000 people in my chat, it's more than a privilege now at this point to come on my panel. I'm not letting any Joe Smo come on my panel unless I'm having open chat, unless I'm having open panel to where people can come up and it's a privilege to be up if I had that many people. But mind you, dude, I don't care if there's people talking about Maddie or Furby or any woman in the chat all they want. But guess what? Words have consequences. You're not coming up on my panel. If I see your name and you're saying crazy, nasty stuff to these women, then I'm not putting you on my panel because you are now a reflection of me because I'm speaking highly of you. There's not one person on my channel that I've allowed to come up that I don't respect enough to allow him to come up. Okay, I respect Ski when he's not trolling. I respect you when you're cooking people when it's about men, but when it's about women, at this point, I'm telling you, I don't with what you're saying right now. I don't respect the women, but when it comes to men, I love it when you be cooking men and all that. I respect freaking even Craig, even though he comes off like a loser. I still got respect for him. I got respect for TVL. I got respect for wordplay. H-Way, everybody that comes on, I got respect for. Okay, but you got to understand, if I didn't have respect for them, I wouldn't have them on. So that whole troll and having troll that argument is bullshit. That's literally a cop out. I don't
Okay,
have
I
trolls
got
on. Next thing, hold on.
okay.
Next, let me.
Go
I
ahead,
got
go ahead,
you. You
go
made two
ahead.
more points. Next point is you said that you're a Southern gentleman, okay, and that's how you get down, dude. If you're a Southern gentleman and that's how you got to behave, then you can go and be do that in Atlanta or wherever you're at. Don't do it on my channel because I don't want that. Like when women come on my channel, I want them to be treated as equals to where they're there to have a conversation and cook. Now here's the thing: if they engage in the flirting, like if say Clean Bins, because think about it, dude, Clean Bins, like he's younger, he's doing his thing, he's more smooth. He's actually cash apping or super chatting. She might be like, you know what? Like, what's up? I'm not gonna be mad at him because he's not doing it in a way that she feels uncomfortable. He never hit on her. He never said anything other than in the chat. I saw he said a couple things,
Nah,
but
he
it's
said
jokes.
spit in her mouth on the panel. He literally said, I'll spit in her mouth if I like her. That's what he said on the panel. See, that's what I'm saying. You
Hold on,
painting.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Wait. Say it. Hold on. Say it again.
He was singing the song, he was making a joke, and that's why I said it in the chat
Hold
for
on.
you.
What did he say? Just say it again.
He said, I will spit in her mouth if I like her. He wasn't talking directly to Maddie.
Okay, it doesn't matter though. Like if he says he's spit in her mouth if he likes her, then guess what? He didn't say Maddie, I'll do. You were literally, dude. You understand? Everything you were saying in the chat was directly to her, and that's the reason why I'm saying like it's a difference from flirting and directly trying to get on with her. And then like I told you before, like I'm putting myself down to get you to understand. And it ain't nothing other than you got to read the room. Me and you are not getting Beyonce. I know you have all this confidence. This is the last point you made. You said you were confident you could get any woman, whatever, whatever. Dude, you got to understand. That makes for freaking sexual predators. You got to understand, dude. I'm not saying don't think you get
Whoa.
any woman. No, let me. No, look. We're having a good debate right now. You can come back at me and tell me how simpish or ignorant or whatever that sounds, and I'm gonna put the link up for other people to come on, and they can tell me how ignorant I sound. What I'm saying right now is, like, if Beyonce is in at a bar, she's married, you're not getting Beyonce, okay? And then if it's a woman that looks like Beyonce, 9 times out of 10, OG, okay, like you don't like showing your whole face on the live, and you know why? Just like a lot of guys don't show their whole face on live. You're not getting a chick that look like Beyonce, okay? Just like I'm not getting no chick that looks like Beyonce in my situation. If I was single, me being freaking like doing gig work, like grinding it out, it ain't happening unless I get introduced to her and she gets to know me first. But most women don't do that, dude. You know, women on my
Yeah,
channel are not unicorns other than Cali
I'm on.
Girl. Most of the women coming to this channel are not talking to a guy that is they don't feel they're attracted to or is financially in a position that he can freaking do anything to change her life. Like that's just the women, and then most of the women are in relationships. So at that point, when the woman says she's in a relationship, at that point, all flirting and all catcalling and all comments of that sort are off limits. You should be a man, which you said you're a Southern man, and I know Southern men. They're not disrespecting a relationship. If she literally says she's in a relationship, you are not to compliment her, not to do none of that because that's disrespectful to her boyfriend or her, the guy she's engaged with. And you should know that as a Southern
That was
man.
literally my first comment on the panel. I said I missed all the conversations with Maddie that I wasn't a part of. I didn't know she was in a relationship. Had I known, I would have treated her different. I would have treated her exactly like I treat Furby. I literally
No,
said the
she says she's in and out. Remember, 8 years in and out. She literally said it like 3 times. She's in and out of that relationship, but she said that she still, pretty much. She literally said she's not on here to be getting flirted with.
okay.
She literally put it out there.
I
She
just
doesn't
want
want
to
to
I
get.
want to deal
Go
with
ahead.
some of the points you said.
Go ahead.
First
Go
off,
for it. You got the
again,
floor. I'm not gonna cut you off. You take
again,
as long as you need.
no, no, no. Cause this is a question to you because you said you don't. So when you were talking about the meat and you got good meat, that's not a troll,
Hold on. When did I say I got good meat?
bro. You be saying them jokes all the time.
Yeah, to y'all, to dudes joking because y'all homophobic. I don't say that to women. I never ever say, hey, I got good meat. You want some of this meat? I never say that to women. That's freaking disgusting.
I never. I'm not saying that you said it to women. What I was saying is sometimes you do use humor and levity, meaning you do just say a joke to be a joke. I think troll is a catch-all term that people generally mean. I was just making jokes. I get what you're saying. Since I like being a panel member, that I can no longer make jokes in the chat. Okay,
It ain't,
that's.
yeah, it ain't. Here's the thing. It ain't. Once again, let me make
Hold on,
it
real
clear.
quick. Why do you keep
Go ahead.
trying to get hyper specific against me
No,
acknowledging?
no, I don't want you. No, I don't want. What I'm saying, I don't want. Look, I don't want this to look like a bullying campaign. I just want you to understand. I'm
It's
not
too late
saying
for
you can't. You got freedom. You got freedom of speech. But the thing is, all you had to do when I first initiated this conversation, just in the future, all you had to do is say, you know what? You talked to me already about it. I did it anyway. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. And that would have been it. I wouldn't have said nothing more than that. I would have gave you another chance. But because you kept walking it back, making up excuses that you weren't doing what I told you to not do, and what Razor literally put in the chat that you were going to do,
the biggest
like you
troll.
literally. No, I'm saying what is that? Razor wasn't on. Razor is not on the Discord. He's not on Discord. He
I'm
literally
saying, but
said
troll,
what we
Dennis.
talked
A lot
about.
of a lot of these people come to your thing and troll, and that's what
Oh,
that's.
gee, he
But
said exactly
real
what I
quick. Listen
told you
to
in
me.
the
Just hear
chat.
me out. Hear me
Go
out. Then
for
you
it. Go
respond
for
to
it.
this. You respond to this. That's what a lot of these people who hate your channel do. You have somebody who's a supporter of you, who's down for you, and all they do is critique it. And because they're trolls, and in your chat, you see a critique of good members to your panel nonstop from the troll. So when you're talking to somebody who recognize a troll on your panel, and you're talking to me like what he's saying is fact, no, people just want to drive your support away because they don't like your success. I'm telling you, I was so mad with Crazy. I was like, I was just going to abandon the entire channel entirely because I don't play like that. That's why, and it might be shocking to you, but the reputation that you're putting out about me with nothing to support it. Nothing support. You might feel the type of way. You might not feel I'm good with the ladies, right? I think my kids and the amount of women say different, but that doesn't matter. But I make sure to purposely not be obscene and offensive to the women on the panel, especially when I'm on the panel. So to me, I'm just not understanding why you're sitting here telling me about raising other people who don't mean your channel no good.
Because I'm telling you what he literally said before it started. He literally called out what was gonna happen. How you doing? Just drop off for Jacqueline.
The main thing he was saying is going to happen is everybody was saying it. OG is going to turn it into about race, and that's something I was trying
Thanks.
hard not to.
Thank
Listen,
you.
listen. Everybody's asking all these diabolical questions. I didn't even ask Maddie if she liked black guys. That's at least the first question you're going to ask if you're trying to get with somebody.
Okay, OG. Here's the thing. Okay, I got it. This is what I'm gonna do out of respect for you. If you do, if you're engaging in behavior and I'm trying to like just I'm just frustrated, dude. I mean, we're gonna move from you. Just if you do it again, I'm gonna just boot you for no reason. I'm gonna call you and tell you why, and if you do it again after that, that's just it. I'm not gonna talk about it no more because I can't deal with like people like making me feel like I'm like not trying to like show love by doing this like this because too many people like, okay, here's the thing, OG. Oh, Crazy is done with my channel. I'm done with him. I got two phone calls last night while I was asleep. That freaking, oh shoot, this paid freaking. So you know what I said? What did I call? I called that the first loser, this freaking lady with the Wendy's, with the stupid Wendy's order, no tip, of course, and then the pizza was that large catering order, I believe, but they gave me $16 tip. So I made $25 off that order. You see what I'm saying? Like I call these losers out, but I'm it's all good. I got paid for the time. But yeah, that loser, no tip. But look, OG, Crazy is done with my channel. I booted him, okay? Because like I received two frantic calls and text messages that woke me up and I was tired. And I actually got to text that person back who woke me up. I feel bad that I've ripped them a little bit because I told the person before I got off of that Discord, do not call me. My phone number is not for that reason. I'm giving you they got my personal number. I told them, don't call me on no bull crap. Like I don't care. Like y'all grown people, y'all can handle your own stuff. But for me to get phone call freaking that woke me up and like messed my sleep up to where I'm only working on like 7 hours of sleep right now. Um, Annoying, and it was unnecessary. So at this point, like Crazy, it's been too many calls about him being crazy and stupid and childish. I'm over it. And then he sends these long emails, and then he goes on Discord on long soliloquies. I don't want to hear none of that crazy. You're annoying. You're a kid. You need to grow up because at this point, like, dude, I feel like I'm dealing with like a little brother or somebody. Like I don't know what to tell you because I don't have time. I'm literally working all day. I don't have time to be freaking babysitting you. You don't know how to act. Like that whole rage fit that you put on over $3 was crazy. He went off over $3 that he felt he should have got from Super Chat because
Diabolical.
he didn't understand that I give half of Super Chat money to people that started live with me. Okay, like Furby in reality yesterday should have got Super Chat money, but I figured she wouldn't care because of the fact today is Furby Day. Okay, she already got a $50 donation from a donor. So, like my thing is this. I got to start holding people accountable because too many people are making me look like a clown because this childish behavior is unnecessary. Doxing, bullying, and all that stuff, it's going to happen. You're on social media. If you can't handle it, then just go off the channel. I never understood like you tell me, OG, what's so hard with people, or how people find it so hard to just go off of a channel they're not welcome on no more? Like all you have to do, and I'm not talking about Christine, I'm talking about the people from yesterday. If you're getting bullied,
Let me deal with
whatever,
Craig.
just go off of the channel or the platform. Like
First of
nobody
all,
cares about you in reality. And I'm not talking about Christine. I'm talking about Crazy and all these other people. If you don't like what's going on, just go to another channel.
the reason I left the Discord first off is because I think it's crazy. You already, like I said, that 2 hours wore me out. So it's crazy after all the lives you did yesterday for people to call you about Discord issues. And I know iOS can only do so much, and that's why I say I'd rather just leave the channel because the issue is it's not a verified server. So all crazy's gonna do is what a lot of these people do. You block them, they make a sock account, and they just come right back. different name. But again, like I told you, with me, the words, the way people type, the way people talk, it's a fingerprint. That's how good I am with words. So I can recognize people, but I thought it was too much to try to ask you. I'm not going to ask you to make the server to fit me. If I have a problem with somebody and I feel like me and this person can't rectify the problem, I'd rather just remove myself. That's a sign of maturity. Now, if you ask me why people can't just go away, the simple answer is FOMO, failure of missing out. Like again, people can say what they want. I think you're doing something truly amazing with this channel. So they don't want to miss out. They don't want to things take off. Now you got, like you say, 100,000 views, and he's like, "Wow, I could have been on this panel because this panel is going to lead to merch and all type of stuff, especially if it goes the way I see it going." That's why I'm huge on branding, right? On branding, not branding. But then in the same note, though, it's been internet studies about trollish behavior and how it's like a form of release. So I really think that's why people can't go. I think their lives are so horrible that misery loves company, so they can't just sit in their own lives or they can't do nothing on their own. They rather just bring their
Hey,
misery.
hey, my connection just died. Give me a second. Go ahead and go cook though, for a
Okay,
second.
yeah, I think misery loves company, and I think a lot of you trolls really need to understand. Like Ski is masterful. Again, you'll hear me say it all the time. Ski has an understanding of comedic theory. Sometimes if y'all look, I'll say stuff 3 times at least because that's a part of comedic theory. So that's why Ski's trolling. I don't, and then like I said, he'll troll 3 times, and then the fourth thing he says is going to be a valid and pertinent comment. So I wouldn't say Ski was just a troll, or you could say even the valid and pertinent comment is just Ski trolling. But he's masterful of he does. He is the comedic force on the network. So I really appreciate Ski. But some of you guys are just I I think I went days without talking about race. But y'all continue to bring it up. And why do you think that is? Because that makes you miserable and you come here for the misery. I think a lot of you really should get a hobby. If you don't like what Dennis doing, just move on. Don't worry about missing what he got going. Don't worry about how you was there on the floor, but you decided not to believe and you opted out. If you want to support him, be here. If you want to hate watch him, be here. But don't hate watch and think I hate this channel. He still should value my opinion. You know. I got something to hurt. DJ ain't even pointed out how I was super chatting like a motherfucker yesterday. I couldn't stop super chat. Why? Why was I super chatting? Maddie? Of course not. I was so happy to have the inaugural episode of the Black Power Hour with Original Thought. That's why I was super chatting. I was happy you gave me a platform. You gave me I think I was diabolical. I say a minute and 30. It probably hour and 30. It probably was a solid 90 minutes of conversation. But I was volleying the questions around. So I think you really need to start getting a little more firm of if you're my supporter, show me your support. Likes are free. I think so many haters come here. Even if you're gonna hate them, at least like the video, like the live. What's so wrong with doing the one free thing you could do? Your connection still bad, DJ? Trying not to filibuster.
I'm almost done. I'm about to answer my helmet else.
Okay. Another thing I want to say though, because I do agree with DJ. I think we have to respect and protect women. So let me take now to say if any woman has felt offended by me, I truly apologize from the depth of my soul. It was never my intention. You don't have to validate my bad behavior. If it's behavior you find undesirable, I accept that and I apologize. I just need uh, clear examples of what the behavior was in order to correct it. But other than that, like I said, anyone who ever feels offended, if you're offended by how I feel about race, it's not going to change how I feel, but I can take into consideration how I exhibit my speaking on it and, maybe soften the blow a little bit. Maybe Snow Bunny sorcery is a little bit too far.
I'm connecting my audio now.
Coming in clear on my end. I can hear you. I can hear you. Can everybody? If you can hear DJ in the chat, push the like. If you can
Okay,
hear
now I can hear
DJ,
you. Now I
push
can
the
hear
like
you.
button. Okay, go ahead, DJ.
So here's the thing, okay? Discord is Discord. Everybody knows that Discord is where trolls live. If you can't handle being on Discord, that's on you. But here's the thing, okay? Like I know with you saying you left Discord, like you gotta understand, OG. Like y'all, the reason why I don't like Discord, I don't be on there all like that. I'm about to start being on there, is because you guys be talking up to like all y'all do on there is talk about a faceless, like how y'all went to faceless woman, whatever. That's all y'all talk about. Or y'all talk about like how people are making money that they're really not making, and it's like just wasting my time because I know people aren't really making money and they be saying that they do, and it's just so it just gets old. And I'm not saying that to you. It's just okay. I got another drop off 925, 3.5 miles, Petco and IHOP. I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna be at like 9 more deliveries after that. But yeah, people pretty much are incels for the most part. Like it's incel behavior to where you have a bunch of dudes on there that be acting crazy. So it makes y'all look bad and y'all be fighting over chicks with each other. And that's the reason why so much drama. I don't you see why people don't beef with me on there because they might disagree with what I got going on, but I just go away. I only come on when I want to like vent about something. But y'all be on there religiously talking about like, faceless chicks all day. And I don't get it. I mean,
Okay, go ahead. I thought you
is
were.
that entertaining? And by the way, I'm gonna add link if anybody else wants to jump on. But go ahead if you want
Discourse is entertaining to me because again, I play a lot of phone apps because I'm a gamer still, and a lot of the phone apps have communities on Discord, so that's how I've been wrapped up in Discord. And actually, one of my games, I'm pretty much a big deal, so I got my own server. That's why I understand server management and all that stuff. On my server,
OG, I gotta fix this real quick because I can't have IO7 taking slander because people are gonna try to make it seem like I'm at him. I'm not talking about IO7. IO7 is doing a good job with Discord. He shares it.
amazing job.
People are tuning in. What I'm saying is,
Talk that talk.
like, yeah, like the thing is, I'm trying to get chicks and trying to get normal people over there, and like you just have the same four dudes that are always fighting over nothing. Okay, fighting over like faceless women and talking about money that and the people that are faceless are the ones that are annoying. I know what IO7 looks like. He's been live and he showed his face before. Like it seems like the only people that lie about what they make are people that don't show their face. That's just what it is. People that don't show their face always lying about the money. That's what it is, Tommy Strong. But go ahead, Andrew.
No, no, I agree. Like I said, with my server that we have, because again, it's kind of important to us. I've been playing for 4 years. You have to be a verified Discord member where you submit your ID. That's the only way to get to my server. You have to be your person. That's get banned. You can't just come back. So it is a way to combat trolls and to combat derelict behavior. But again, I just started fully functional Discord community. So matter of fact, let's take the time. Everybody, big shouts out and applause to iOS because my boy took on something that he ain't have to do. It's a lot of y'all think managing a Discord server is easy. It's a lot of work. But that's why I said I opted out. Because not because I don't like the server community, but my children. I take it. That's the only once you start picking at them, you become dead human to me, where I really have no compunction. Thing I do to you. But again, if you're an adult, you just leave the server. You don't sit in the server crying and screaming to have the server can't fit you. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you said. You said, hey, if you don't like this, just leave. I don't know why people don't do that.
Okay, let me. So we got that going on. So now, somebody just mentioned the Rory situation. Let's take the time to do that. Well, I'm going to give you a heads up because I don't want you to go out bad if we have that debate. So let me tell you why I think you were wrong in that. And mind you, I know you're. The reason why I say you're not wrong, but you're wrong is because I know you're trying to support me and show me love by trying to defend me.
but that was a losing battle because I think you got my words mixed up from that video I did on Roy. I said that I think Roy should not be talking about people's living situation because of the fact, like, he's living with somebody. But that was the only thing I said. I didn't say nothing about his mom, whatever, because ultimately, I think it's respectable to like live with your mom, take care of them. Now, let me give you a little backstory, and I'll kind of keep it brief. My grandfather, Grandpa Ship, okay, he died. First, my uncle died, and remember, I blew through all the money. And I felt like I let my grandfather down, so I didn't want to show my face until I got my money up, and I was in Vegas and I was making it happen. So he was begging and crying for me to come back, but I didn't know because my one his niece on his side chick side of the family, she pretty much told me that he just wants me to come back. He's not mad about what I did, blah blah blah, blowing money and this and that. He's not mad. So I was still ashamed of myself, so I was still stalling for time to try to make money so I could come back and say, "Hey, I made it. Everything's great now." But he pretty much had like 6 months left. I didn't notice. So the reason why other people didn't want me to come back and didn't want to tell me he came back, who could have told me that I would have came back quick, was because my the fake cousin, he put all the house, the money that my grandfather had, the car, everything, he put himself on the will as sole beneficiary. And he knew that if I came back, my grandfather would have been like, you're getting this, you're getting that. And then I would have been like, okay, I appreciate that. I don't really care too much. But he would have made sure to tell me, no, you're getting this and that. And he would have had me like go to the lawyer to make sure everything was good. So they're trying to keep me away from that while my grandfather was alive. So the house that I don't know if I told y'all, but like the house I was sitting um um pretty much my grandfather, they talked my grandfather into taking my name off the house because the house was supposed to go to me because they were trying to sue me for $100,000. And that's pretty much what they did. So I took my name off, and as I was in a law firm signing off on a deed, a sheriff came in and said, "You've been served." They sued me for $100,000 of like estate money. Well, long story short, that was dropped, but the house was never put back into my name because of the fact I didn't care at the time. I was disappointed that my grandfather did that. But in reality, at that point, he got soft to where he went from the strong man that he once was to where he was like able to be manipulated. But in a nutshell, my grandfather died the week before he died. He's crying on the floor like nobody loves me, nobody cares about me. And you would think that they would have called me and said, like your grandfather is like depressed, like he's sad. You really need to get here now. But nope, they let him die like miserable, like depressed and sad. Because after that happened, the woman who was living in this house, who took the house, she literally said that um, he was, crying and pretty much for the last week before he died, and that he was just sad. He died from broken heart, and I to this day resent that happened. Resent it was my fault. I should have came back and instead of being selfish, trying to build my own life, trying to work to something, I should have just went to Youngstown. I could have moved back in that house. The house would have been put back in my name and everything. I would have got everything that I was supposed to get, but I didn't care about the money. I just wanted to prove to him and show him that I could do it on my own from the 3 years that I was like on nasty diabolical work, blowing through all that money and stuff. I wanted him to see that I can be successful without any help, whatever. And my thirst to do that caused me to end up. He died, and he didn't deserve that. And my grandpa. I'm not gonna go to my grandmother's situation, but that's another story. But it has nothing to do with money. That's just another story. But long story short,
Okay.
I wish I would have been there for my grandfather because he died miserable, alone, all because it was people that didn't care about him. They just wanted money and to get stuff. They were there around him and they were keeping me away by me not knowing that he was in that situation. But it's my fault because I should not have left. So with that said, with Roy's dealing with a similar situation that he can literally go and be his own man and go get his own place. But what for what? He's paying rent. He's doing his thing with the mom. Um, he's taking care of her. Moral support is more than anything. You understand? She can't drive to those to do the Avon. But I know because my grandfather used to go and gamble up until he died. He used to gamble not for the money, but just to feel like, that was his worth. That was his like thing to do. Hold on, OG, please. OG, you can have 5, 10 minutes, please. You don't have to cut me off, dude. I've been talking for 4 minutes. Just let
Yeah,
me
I was
go.
just
You could. Okay, I'm saying no. I don't need to be cut off. You can talk for 10 minutes if you want. Just let me finish, okay? Like this is what I mean. Like you derail conversations. Just don't do that. You can talk as long as you want. I will not cut you off. Let me just finish. Okay. So here's the situation. And if you don't want, if you want to ask me something, you don't, and not gonna remember, just write it in your notepad. That's what I do for you. But my grandfather, he died like he pretty much gambled to have a meaning. The meaning is like he gambled because he wanted something to do. You know, he was bored. But in a nutshell, Roy, his mom going to do Avon, she's going and doing that because it gives her purpose. It makes her feel like she still has value when she has no family, no friends, nobody left. And I understand that because I went through that. So that's the reason why I'm telling you with Roy, you should have went the angle of you can't be talking about nobody's living situation, but you can talk about like you can't talk about living situation, but you can't be talking about his mom pretty much because that's the reason why I said you should have like just deaded that conversation and said sorry about talking about your mom. But still, with that said, you cannot be talking about somebody's living situation when you're living in this situation,
Okay,
not
now,
on your own.
I,
Now go
I,
ahead, you got
I,
it, OJ. That's
first of all,
something you thirsty you got to say. Go ahead and tell me what's so important for you to say. Go ahead.
first off, do you know what me and Roy's argument with one another is?
Yes, it's about you disrespecting him,
No, okay,
taking
stop.
like
That's not what
taking
it's
care of
about.
his mom.
That's not what it's about. Like you might have said stuff to me, DJ, but you're the reason I went to Roy's panel. Because you said all y'all gotta do is go see how he hates on me for no reason. Went to his panel and he was hating on you for no reason. Now, do you think I just jumped up and started disrespecting him? No. I started asking him questions. Do you want to know what our disagreement is about? Him saying Cap, I said there's no mom helping him. He might have all the same reasons or all these good reasons for getting his mom, but he's still getting help with doing it. I know because I'm getting help with doing it because it's just cheaper for people to live. It's cheaper for people. So that was our. He was like, that's an unfair comparison because he's staying with his mom for all these good reasons. He's deserving of the discount, which is fine. If that's how you feel, that's just fine. I just said it was the same thing to me. That's what he's mad at me about. Now, again, I don't go off what people say. I think that's bad business when you can just ask the person themselves. Would you agree with that?
Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a really good point, and I don't really want to get too far away from that. I think it's diabolical to hate somebody or to find yourself in disagreement with someone just because somebody else. Can you talk now, DJ?
Here's the situation. Okay.
No,
Um,
what I asked was, don't you think rather than going off of feelings or opinions, if I have a question, I should just ask someone?
Okay, here's the thing, OG. Yeah, like you're not or OG. You're not gonna try. Here's the thing. We're not gonna. We're having a conversation, and mind you, OG, you don't have to be a yes man. If you have any smoke for me, give it to me. Like if I said something, for example, to these women that was out of bounds, say it. If I said something to you or anybody out of bounds, I'm not gonna boot you. Like I will respect you more as a man what I what you really feel like. I'm not gonna dislike you, nothing. I respect you more because I don't want to hear like these people in the chat saying that I'm disrespecting you and you're taking it. I'm not. I'm like you can literally come at me. We're having man to man talk. Yes, we could have had it behind the scenes, but at the same time, we had it pretty much behind the scenes the other day. So understand, I'm only doing this because these are the things that people on this channel have issues with. I'm trying to just get people to understand it's all gonna be good. Here's the thing with Roy. I know you went on defending me on that voice channel. I told y'all to go on voice channel. But just because you went on defending me does not make it right. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You literally, I told you, and I said in the video that Roy lived with his mom, but I said he can't talk about like people's living situation when he lives with his mom, even though he pays rent, doesn't matter. You live with your mom still. But I didn't say it wasn't respectable because he's still taking care of his mom. His even for the moral support, like I respect that because it's hard to bring a chick to if you got your mom. Like when I was living with my son's grandmother, I was paying the full rent, 1,500 and everything, but I couldn't bring chicks over there really. I remember I brought one chick over there, and um, and the thing is, like I was embarrassed because I'm literally like it's like I'm living with my mom, even though I'm not. I'm paying the full rent, so I know what Roy's going through, but he's being selfish not being selfish because he can literally go get his own place. It ain't that much to live in Vegas, but he's choosing to do that with his mom and put himself first. It's like with my son, I was being selfish. I'm putting 5 years of my life. He graduates in 5 years. I'm gonna just be a regular guy, even if I gotta go work a regular job for 5 years in Wilmington. And then when he graduates, I'm gonna go and live my life at that point. I'm gonna go. I'll be free. I can go and do, whatever I want to do is my life. But until we get to that point, I'm gonna be grinding it out. So all I'm trying to explain to you is, I don't care about none of the other stuff. I agree with you. I'm an advocate for you. But when it comes to the mom situation, that's all out of bounds because she's literally, and I know for a fact because other people, not just what you call it, Flex, but a couple other people wrote me who I respect, and I know that his mom is literally handicapped. So you gotta understand, my grandmother was handicapped before she died, and I remember my sister and had this woman still working at pizza. She was still working at freaking this as a nanny, or not a nanny, but pretty much this rich lady used to have my grandmother washing her clothes and stuff. And my grandmother's freaking old. Like my grandmother's like freaking 85 years old doing this because my sister wasn't working hard enough to feed her kids. So her kids needed food, and my grandmother would like work, and she would have a smile on her face, going to buy pizza. And I remember I used to go off of my grandmother. I'm like, Grandma, my sister got to do it on her own. At this point, this is some nasty work. You're busting your butt working, you're busting your butt, you're working hard for her when she's not even working. And that's the reason why to this day, even though I don't hate my sister, I can't give her money. I can't do nothing. I had to cut it off because she literally broke my heart the way my grandmother went out. Like that broke my heart. I can't forgive her for that. My grandmother's house with all the memories, with my freaking diploma, my freaking yearbook, all my memories I didn't even get to get because my grandmother's house is like infested with rats and roaches and stuff, and they put a red tag on it. So now they're about to tear the house down. So all my memories, all because my sister destroyed the house like for the third time after it was fixed. She destroyed it again. So now, um, you know, we don't have a family house. Yes, we don't have a family house, and my grandmother had to die in my aunt's house. Well, I don't really call her my aunt no more, but this lady's house, who abused her and took all her money to the point my grandmother had to get cremated. So you gotta understand, I got a soft spot for people that help their elders and not allow their elders to be abused and make sure their elders die a respectable death. So with Roy, with what he's doing with his mom, I get it because my grandmother died like not happy. She wasn't ready to die. They literally gave her too much morphine on purpose to get her out of here. I was supposed to see her that morning, and I could have came that night, but I had one headlight, and they told me that she'll be good until the morning. And that then they literally gave her. She was supposed to have one morphine pill. They gave her two morphine pills, and she literally said, "I'm not ready to die." And she was calling my name out once again. Like she was the only person she remembered was me and my family. I think came on here and told y'all that the only person that was able that she remembered the name, she was like, "Where DJ at? Where DJ at? I miss DJ. Where DJ at?" And she didn't remember nobody else's name because she was going through like when you go through the morphine and that process, you start to forget everything. And yeah, she literally like was crying out. But once again, I wasn't there because of my ignorance. Okay,
I'm
my
sorry to hear that.
situation. So that's the reason why I got a heart for like what Roy is doing for anybody that was sacrificed their good their glory years for the sake of their mom or whatever being happy
Can I
or
interject a little
whatever.
bit? Can I
Shout
interject
out
a
to
little
What Is
bit?
Life. Go
Let me
for it, OG.
Yo,
let me
yo.
interject a little bit. First of all, my daddy's 70 years old, retired
And
from
I
the
respect
military.
you for doing you
Oh,
too.
well, listen. Retired from the military, retired from the post office. But you know something that he says to me the most? Want to know what he says to me the most? Don't you be
Yeah.
telling people you taking care of me. That's what he said. He lived a full life before I even got involved in this situation. I just live with my dad. We split bills. I live with my dad. I never said Roy's mom was a handicap. I never did. I Everything that you're saying you said, I said this is what DJ said. I'm going to Roy's live and I'm going to see what Roy's saying. I did see the hate. Then he brought up how Cali girls paying all your bills. Now I don't think that's true. And even if it is, I was just comparing, saying Cali girl helping him with bills is the same
You cut
help you
out.
get
Or is
from
that
your.
mine? Did you
That,
cut out or me?
that had to be you. Can you hear me? Oh, I was saying him living with his mom is the same thing as Dennis getting help from Cali girl. I never said his mom wasn't disabled. Now to talk about last night argument, that was diabolical. Can you hear me, DJ?
I can hear you now. Go for it.
What I
Yo,
was saying,
fellas.
hold on real quick, what like what I was saying is, I didn't I didn't go in there just like DJ this that. I went in there because you told me to go to his panel. I wanted to see what he talked about. What made me start talking is once he started saying Cali girl pays all your bills or help you with your bills. And I said, well, ain't that the help you get from your mom? If you stay with your mom, I stay with my dad. So I know you get the big when you have a roommate, your bills are less. And he was like, no, it's different. I'm taking my mom. She's paralyzed. She's disabled. I said, okay, because paralyzed, disabled people gets a check. So he's like, yeah, I take her to work. I said, whoa. Your mom paralyzed and disabled can't walk. Well, where does she work at? And that's where all this comes from. Because I'm like, if your mom's paralyzed and can't walk, where does she work at?
Okay,
She already
hold
gets.
on, hold on.
Oh,
OG,
let me
OG,
finish.
you
You
there?
said I could filibuster. So I said, where does she
OG.
work at? That's all I said. Yeah. Can you hear
Yo,
me?
OG,
OG,
you
while he's
there?
getting situated, Dennis, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. We'll go. What is life? And then OG, let me respond to you before Roy potentially comes up here because you're just don't get it, OG, and you're literally going. You just you understand, man. You're
Do
having a
you be
bad week right
listening to
now.
what I say sometimes,
I
DJ?
just heard everything you said. I'm going to tell you. No, I heard everything you said. I'm going to tell you why you're still wrong. But go ahead on what is life. Maybe you can help him understand why he's wrong about the
No, bro.
situation.
Honestly, I don't have a lot of time. I came on here hopefully asking. I was gonna ask y'all to just like recap what exactly happened. It sounds like he went on Roy's live defending you,
Yep.
um, and he tried to correlate Cali girl helping you pay bills to Roy helping his mom out.
No,
No,
what
I
it
was
is
saying
he was
he was
just
paying. He
OG.
was
Let
paying.
me
Oh,
just let me
okay, go
let
ahead.
me just let me just okay. Just hear me out. OG pretty much went on there to defend me for the most part. He went on there to defend me, but he went too far in regards to like talking about how Roy is just using his mom because his mom makes enough money that she doesn't need Roy to pay anything. Roy doesn't pay anything. He's trying to equate what Roy's doing to that, but what I'm trying to get OG to understand, and that's pretty much simply what happened. But what I'm trying to get OG to understand is by him, like your dad is different, OG, because your dad, you got to remember, this is a woman. Like if Roy doesn't help his mom and live with his mom, she doesn't have nobody else that's going to live there. She's not going to be able to get to the work, the job she does because she doesn't drive. Okay, she's not going to be able to get help with preparing food. You know all this stuff. You got to understand. I had an Aunt Helen who was like, I'm not saying his mom is like overweight, but she was like, my Aunt Helen was like 500 pounds. She couldn't do stuff in her dying days, and she had to have a caretaker. Rory's pretty much her caretaker because she probably can't afford, for all we know, a caretaker. And why waste the money if she can have her son who loves her, who's not going to abuse her and take advantage of her do it? So you got to understand, Rory is literally like, you got to stop with the mom thing because you got to understand, not everybody built the same.
It's
Your dad might be stronger because he's a man. A lot of times, my grandfather was like 88 when he died. He was strong to the day he died, but he started to like get taken advantage of. Think about it. Like the people took my grandfather, they took his house from me. They put all the stuff in the will in somebody's name. Like everything literally was taken from my grandfather that he wanted to give to me. That would not have happened if he was still like, not like out of touch with reality. But he was like done. And that's what Roy's mom is going through to where he's not allowing his mom to get abused. He's taking care of her because he's the only one she has. So that's what I'm saying. You can go into him living with the mom. He shouldn't be talking about nobody else's living situation. But in regards to the mom, I respect it because I lost two parent or grandmother, grandmother and a grandfather because of my ignorance to not just stay. Because they wanted me to live with them and take care of them, but I chose my happiness over, just taking the 2 years, 3 years to make sure
can
they
I
died in
interject?
peace. Go
I
for it.
never, I never said nothing negative about his mom. Never. Not one
You
time
are.
did
You
I.
saying his mom. He's taking advantage of his mom. You just
I
said that
never
like
said. Listen,
5 minutes
I
ago.
look, DJ. You're more focused on your point than dealing with what I'm saying, and that's the issue I'm having right now. I never disrespected his mom. I never said he was using his mom. I'm just saying.
Okay, so why
Only
would you
thing.
bring up her? Why would you bring up her
Listen,
check? Why would you
okay.
bring up her
If you,
check then, OG?
I didn't. I just said people get a check when they're disabled, but I didn't even bring that up on Roy's live.
Okay, what does that
I
have to do?
just
What does that have to? You just said it now. What does that have to do with anything?
Why bring up her getting a check? What does that have to do with
Because
anything about him living with his mom?
what I was saying is she gets a stipend of money. She doesn't have to go to Avon. Now this is two different arguments, so let me space them two different arguments out.
Bro, you
The
honestly, you
argument
need to just be minding your business, bro. You shouldn't even be talking about this
Oh,
shit.
stop. The only thing I said to him was the help he gets from his mom is no different than the help you get from Cali Girl. That's all I said. Now, if you're
He
saying
doesn't
that's the
get no help
fix,
from his mom. That's the point. Like he pays part of rent, and I don't get help from. Like you got to
part,
remember,
hold on,
me and Kylie
part.
girl are in a relation. We're in a
Okay.
relationship.
I thought you
So if
said you let
she
me
does
talk.
anything for me, I'm saying she does anything for me, then that's we're in a relationship. Roy ain't in a relationship with his mom. Like it's different levels to it. That's love. He's looking.
Okay.
He's helping her out. Because if he doesn't
That's
stay
why
there,
I said
he
it's two
doesn't
different
pay. He doesn't pay
arguments.
part of rent.
I was saying paying part of the rent is not paying the full rent. So you would agree that you're getting help if you're not paying the full rent, correct?
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, no, no. I mean, here's the thing. Not really, because you got to remember, if he can get his own place, but he's choosing to live with his mom, and he, OG, you are living with your dad. You don't have to pay rent. You know that. You choose to pay rent. You don't have to. You know
Yes.
how it works, OG.
Well,
He
hold
OG,
said
on.
that.
you know your
My,
parents
I thought he
are
said
not
his house
making you
was
pay
paid off.
anything.
I
no,
thought
I
he
It
said
live
his
is
with
house
paid
was
him.
paid
off.
off.
I live
It
Yeah.
on
is paid
family
off.
home.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
listen,
He's
but
Yeah.
not
help me
paying
with
no
this.
rent,
But listen, what I'm
Exactly.
saying. But for me to
bro.
say,
You know
oh,
you don't have to
listen, hold
help.
on,
What?
DJ, can we
How
deal
much
with
is
that?
bills?
Can we just deal with what you just said? For me to say I don't get help from my dad, that to me sounds crazy.
No, I'm saying you don't. You're dude. You and Roy are
Hold
in the
on. So
same
stop. So
situation.
you admit?
So
Oh,
why
listen.
talk about
You
it?
admit I get help from my dad, but you can't
No,
admit
I
he
didn't
gets
say
help
you get
from.
help. You don't get
But
help from your
I'm
dad.
telling you
You're
I
helping
do.
your dad,
Listen, I'm telling you I do because I don't have to pay the full of everything. That is the essence of help. Would you agree with that?
but he's paying half the rent though.
And that's why I
It's
said,
already on record.
listen,
He's paying half the rent.
and that's why I said he's getting help. My only argument
He's not
was
getting help. He's
okay.
literally it's
Well,
If he's
listen. We can
OG.
just
He's
hold. Listen, we can agree to disagree on this part.
no, it
Now,
ain't. It's like he's paying half of the rent. So if you understand, if he was not paying
is
nothing,
half the
then he's
rent the
taking
full
advantage
rent?
of her.
Is half the look? You the one taking advantage of it. I ain't. It's
Let me
not
ask
But
the.
y'all
she's
a
a
question.
body.
But listen to me,
Isn't she
DJ.
isn't she disabled, bro? If she's disabled, like bro, she like he you know how much that money cannot you can't put a price tag on that. He has to take care of his mom. Like
First of
that's
all,
a
Exactly.
job.
okay,
That's a
let me tell
job.
y'all.
Exactly.
It's
It's
not
a
called
full
a
time job.
caretaker. It's not called a caretaker of that age. It's called hospice care. My mom is a registered nurse. When my aunt was
Oh my God,
paralyzed, no,
OG.
Either
listen.
way,
When my
bro. Either way,
this
you're
You
is
don't
part of
taking
get
my
care.
it,
life.
You're
I
still
man.
deal
taking
with
care.
it. Listen, I know
OG,
y'all
you gotta
say
pay for that. You gotta pay
just
for that.
will you listen to what I'm saying? Please, just hear me out. I understand hospice care. That's why I
She's
was
not
never.
dying. She doesn't get hospice care. She's not dying. She's just is handicapped. She's not dying, dude. You get hospice
She's
when you got a year. You got less than a year left. She got years left. You understand?
she's
He's keeping her alive with
Are you going?
like
Are you going to let
being
me
there.
finish? Are you?
No,
Gonna
because
let me?
you're making me look bad, OG, and I'm
I'm
trying to
not.
help
If
you.
you would
That's
just
what this is
let me
about.
finish. If you let
Go ahead,
first,
OG. Go ahead,
he
go ahead,
never
OG. Go ahead.
disrespected his mother. Second, hospice care is what is considered when you're elderly and unable to move around on your own.
Hospice care is when you have 6 months or less to live.
Yeah, it ain't like
They
he
put
doesn't
my
get it.
listen. My aunt was paralyzed. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all take this serious. Okay, when my aunt was paralyzed, they put her in the hospice care. You know how long she was in hospice care? 2.5 years. I understand your definition of it. I'm just telling you that's not how it plays out medically. But again, never disrespected his mother. But maybe I'm crazy. But half ain't whole. So if you're paying half the rent, you're getting help with the
Bro,
other
that's
half.
not the same as like having a girlfriend. You guys are going 50-50. You still got to take care of this. You don't got to take care of your girlfriend the way you got to take care of a
Well, listen.
disabled
Exactly.
mom
Okay, this
or a
is circular
disabled child.
argument. Listen, this is a circular argument,
Like he
right?
probably got to
It's
wash his
not.
mother. He probably has to
Okay,
bathe his mother.
because listen, this the reason it's circular because it's just something that we're not going to agree on. I believe any help is help, whether y'all say it's you can have enough justifiable reasons where to help somebody gives you, you don't have to consider help because of all that you do. I'm fine with that, but I'm like half ain't whole. Help is just help. But the argument I was having with Roy last night was Don't come to these women about how you a masculine man, how you take everything, how they gotta bow to you, and you're not doing it for your mother. You're not
Bro,
paying
what are you
for
talking?
everything.
Bro, that is crazy,
Yeah,
dude.
you
That's
He's
not
sound
literally
crazy
crazy.
as hell.
more than a masculine man. He's
Yeah, you
literally
sound crazy. Yeah.
dude, he's sacrificing his life
Yep.
for his
Talk that
mom
talk.
to die in
He's
peace. Like, what are
sacrificing
you
Preach.
his
talking
life.
about?
Preach, preach,
Bro,
Man,
bro. He
because he
could be,
can't,
he could
bro,
be, he
he
could be on
can't,
the beach in Malibu right now, but he's in
yeah.
Vegas taking care of his mom because she needs help. What
okay,
are you
what his
talking
life
about?
is
You sound
trolling.
crazy.
What his life is trolling. Okay, I ain't
I'm
realized he
not,
was
bro.
trolling.
I'm
Bro,
not
we're
trolling.
keeping it
I'm really not
real.
trolling. You sound crazy, bro. Like you shouldn't even be talking about another man's business
Okay,
like this
let
on
me
the
let me
internet.
ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. What is life? If your mother was 82 and you were staying with her, would you be paying for everything, or would you be expecting her to give you half? Go.
I would try to pay for everything, but if I couldn't pay for everything because I had to take the time to take care of her and not work another job, she gonna pay half.
You do
The
realize,
fuck?
OG,
Y'all are
she probably, oh,
diabolical right
oh,
now. Y'all telling
OG,
me
OG, she probably owns her home, and he's probably just paying the rent that he's paying is the bills. You act like bills are a lot. Bills are like $400 a month for a house. In Vegas, they're cheap. Like, you understand, like, bills are not that much. So anybody bragging about paying bills, it ain't. It's more than that. He loves her. You understand? I ran away from my grandfather because I didn't want to have to deal with all the stuff he wanted me to deal with because I wanted to have a life. I was young. I was worried about myself and I was selfish. Just like my grandmother. I could have literally brought my grandmother to Columbus and gave her a better life, but me being selfish and not being able to put myself in that position to do that, I didn't do that. I didn't offer that. I just said whatever, I'm gonna do me. But that was messed up. And that's what we're trying to get you to understand, dude. Like you're not wrong in regards to he shouldn't be talking about nobody's living situation. But you're wrong in regards to talking about this man taking care of his mom. That's a respectful thing to do as a man.
I
He
wasn't
can't get
talking about
laid.
him
He
taking
can't
care of
really.
his.
No, I'm talking
Y'all
about
don't
living in
see.
that house with his mom. OG. He can't bring. He doesn't feel comfortable bringing women over there. Like he's gonna. It's gonna be things he can't do that he's gonna put in the back burner to worry about her. Because I mean, that's what I was worried about. I didn't want to not be able to like have chicks over. That's the reason why.
I
Like I
took
didn't want
care
to
of my
stay with my
grandmother to
grandfather.
the end. This is what I'm telling you. I understand what you're saying. My grandma went to hospice care with Pentecostal Christians. Most Pentecostal Christians
Shout out to
don't
Corey
get
in the building.
don't get any life support
Yo,
when they're dying. The only thing they don't want to do is starve to death. My grandma only thing she would take medically was a feeding tube. I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying to y'all is what Roy is doing is not rare. It's cultural. All other cultures, when people get old, the
Now
younger
you're moving the
generation
goalposts.
takes them in and takes care of them. Because, like you said, not only does hospice care take money, elderly care takes money. Now, here's a fun fact.
Exactly.
Hold on, here's a fun fact. She could get a nurse from the house. The only thing it would do was minimize the amount of money that she got every month. So he would just have to make up that slack. That's why I
Why,
said
why would he
it's
do
if
that if he can do that, OG? Why would he do
Exactly,
that? I
exactly,
don't
bro. The
get what
nurse
the
costs
point you're
more
trying
than
to
him.
make.
I
Exactly,
think
the
y'all don't
nurse
get what
costs
I'm
more than
saying because
him
y'all
taking
won't
the
let
time
me
to do it
finish.
himself.
The only thing I was saying in the context of the narrative that he was spitting, because we as men, we show and prove.
OG, the
So
base of your
no,
argument
let me finish.
is
No, the
wrong. The
base of
base
my
of your argument is
argument.
wrong though.
No, the base of my argument is all this masculine stuff and how you lead it and how you take care of everything. So you're saying you'll only do it for a woman that you're sleeping with and not your 82-year-old disabled mother, the woman
That's
who
What
not
are you
birthed
that's
you.
talking
not what he
about?
said though. That's what you correlated it to, and
And
it's a
You're making
bad
it look bad,
but
OG.
correlation.
OG,
before
you're
It's a
making it look
bad
before
bad.
we can
correlation.
have the conversation of that cognitive dissonance, how you can do what you're saying, pay for everything, take care of everything, and go hard for a
You're the
woman.
one comparing it. No one he didn't like as
What
far
is
as I
life?
know, y'all
What
didn't
is
tell
so
me
wrong with
I
letting me
appreciate it. Thank
finish
you.
my
Oh,
thought?
appreciate it. Thanks.
because
Thanks for letting me.
it's like what's the point of continuing when you're not even talking about something that's true?
I'm talking about the stance of my argument, the whole reason we're having this conversation.
Earlier, you said that it's the same thing as Cali Girl helping Dennis pay bills. That's what you said. That was the base of your argument. You
That
compared
was
it to what
I
Roy
said
does
it
for his
was
mom.
two. I said it was two arguments, and I was trying to separate them, but y'all keep
Oh
cutting me
man,
off.
you
So you
moving it,
got
bro.
this. Hold on. So you got this argument on one end, well, how you would do, how you would take care of a woman and handle all these things, and that's why you demand the respect, but you won't do it for your disabled 82-year-old mama. Then on the
Oh
other
my
hand,
God, man.
because your mama helps you with bills, she gets help, right? She gets help. He gets help. Or you could say he's helping her, but it's a symbiotic relationship. They are helping one another. So to act like he's not getting help and he's so virtuous just because he do this thing, I was saying that's a bad narrative. But again, never disrespected his mama, never said she wasn't disabled. I'm just pointing out just correlating factors that support my opinion. Now we could
It's not a bad look though, because a lot of men, a lot of quote unquote men would not do what he's doing. Like they wouldn't sacrifice
Exactly.
their lives to live with their mom. So he is like more than a man. He is a man. Like that is a
Exactly.
great look. That is something to brag about. What are you talking about?
OG, what I did to my grandfather and my grandmother, wouldn't that be weak?
No, unfortunately, I know you're not gonna like this, but your life is for living. You know, they were older, they lived their
Come on,
life.
man. That's freaking. That's like
I just told
you're
you I took
tripping,
care of
man.
my grandparents in their older age. I understand what you're saying, but it's not something you have to do. Now, I am a big proponent of saying judge people on what they don't have to do, not what they have to do. So I think you would have got bonus points for doing it, but I don't look at you less for not doing it.
All right, man. You got it. You just everything we talked about today. You try to find a way to not be wrong, and you don't understand that you're
No,
wrong, and that's the frustrating thing about it.
Can I ask a
And I get,
question? What is OG wrong about exactly?
okay. He's wrong. Pick up for Bonnie. See, this is
I'll
what he's
explain it. He
wrong.
basically is saying
Go
that.
ahead.
Go ahead, Dennis.
Hey, go ahead. What is life? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say he's trying to say that Roy is wrong for, he says bragging. He's wrong for bragging about the fact that he's taking care of his mom, but at the same time, Roy is only paying half of the rent while his mom pays the other half. OG seems to think that that's not something you should be bragging about because it makes you look bad. The fact that he won't pay the full rent for his mom, and he tried to correlate it to how, there. I don't know if it's rumors or what, but Cali Girl apparently helped DJ pay
Yeah,
some
Cali
bills
girl
or
paid
whatever.
50. You can do the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, 50
pay
50.
50, whatever. And he's trying to correlate it to that. He's trying to say that like Roy like, and like men would do it for their girl, but they won't do it for their mother. But he's not looking at the factors like, Roy has to take the time to take care of his disabled mom. He can't those hours that he's taking care of his mom, he can't work during those hours. Time is money. And he's also going out of his way to take care of his mom. Like it's the job of the parent to take care of the kids. Obviously, like once your parents get older, the kids should take over. But it's not like they have to do that. As a parent, you had the child, so you have to do that. As a child, you don't have to take care of your parents. You should, but you don't have to. So he's going above and beyond, and he is a man. You know what I mean? And he should be bragging
Okay.
about that
Okay.
because most
Can I
men
stop right
won't do
quick?
that. Yes, sir.
Um, if I'm gonna be real, I mean, I don't think no one should brag about taking care of their parents, especially if that parent it can be technically financial enough to provide for herself. Because if he's not working while he's taking care of her, and half of her check that she's
No, he
getting
is
from
working.
disability is
let him
paying for the
finish.
rent, like she can literally have any caregiver do that, like or anybody do that specific job. So I wouldn't say that's a bragging title. Oh yeah, I take care of my aging grandma, knowing and I gotta get a little nasty right now. We all know when that certain son that stuck around that certain older grandparent or uncle is going to get a lot of benefit from that. So that's not act like he's just doing this because he's a pure heart and soul. We all know most people be like, okay, I'm gonna take care of you these last 2 years or whatever, and you're gonna remember me in your will, kind of shit. You know what I mean? That's also a possible factor. So it gets kind
Thank
of like
you.
nasty
It's
of
possible,
this guy is
but
like a superhero for taking care of his parents. I mean,
Real quick,
it's
why can you
possible, but
hold?
that's
Let me
not
jump
his.
in
But
real
that
quick,
might
real
not be
quick,
his
real quick. I'm
situation.
gonna be quiet. I
Let's
want
not.
to
Let's
ask
not. By the way, let's not
Corey.
say his name no more. Let's not say his
Okay,
name no
real
more
quick,
as we go. But go ahead.
Corey. Why can you see my point and no one else can? Go.
because I'm
Because
objective,
we.
like you know what I mean. I'm just an objective person.
No, because as black folks, we're selfish as hell, and this is the point. We're selfish as I'm now about to go into the blacks conversation. We're selfish as fuck because here's the thing. I did it. My sister fucked up my grandmother's house, destroyed it, and my grandmother had to die freaking miserable, a death. Okay.
Okay,
We
so
are selfish to where no, hold on,
okay,
Corey. We're selfish to where just Corey, just you can talk as long as you want. Just let me finish my point
go
here.
ahead.
Okay. We're selfish because we are the only group of people who do this the most, to where we'll see our grandmother or whatever, or our mom, or somebody that's elderly struggling and they need help and assistance. And instead of us being a bigger man, which is by moving back in to their house and sacrificing
if you don't have a chick and you're single, you sacrifice and being able to date and all that for the most part to take care of them. And you got to remember, somebody, a grandparent or a mom who's handicapped, who literally can't walk around as they freely as they can. You're going to be doing a lot of work. You're going to be helping them bathe. You're going to be cooking for them, cleaning for them. You're going to be doing all the stuff that is necessary. So you guys are making it seem like he's literally like he moved back in because what we do in our community, you have a bunch of bum ass dudes that move into their mom's house, grandmother's house because they failed and they don't work a job. They play video games all day. And that whole knowledge of living with the dad or living with the grandmother in the basement is a real thing. It happens with those young white kids. It happens with older black people to where they just say, you know what? I'm going to just live at home with my mom and freaking just or a dad or whatever grandparent and not do nothing, not acute, not work, do nothing, and pretty much play video games and just waste time all day. That's the reason, that's what y'all think Roy is doing, but Roy is not doing that. He works. He's been working, and I don't even. Me and Roy disagree with everything. I shouldn't be defending him right now, but I am going to defend it because as a man, I know if I become an elder and my son wouldn't come and live with me and help me out, because I know like the way inflation is going to be, cost of living is going to be expensive, and if I don't own a home, I might need that help for my son. I would want him to sacrifice or allow him to let or allow me to move in with him and his wife, so that way I can have a productive like life before death because I'm gonna need assistance. I might need help changing my freaking depends. That's what Rory's doing. So that's the reason
Okay, can I
why
answer
it's
now?
different because she last point I make. She literally needs the help. It ain't like she's like go away, Rory. No, she wants him to be there, and for him to say no, that would be selfish and that's unmanly to leave your mom who literally took care of you when you needed it the most hanging. But go ahead.
Okay, the first thing you said you correlated to being like black people usually like abandoned or elderly. I would like to say we'll make it seem like if he would be any less of a man if he hired a nurse or hired a caregiver, because those are relatively quick, and I'm pretty sure at her age they're going to provide that kind of finances for her. 'Cause I think a lot of people assume that, oh, black people don't want to take care of the older people, or they don't want to be stuck at the house with them and not support them. But I think it's like the complete opposite. You don't have to, like, basically you made it seem like Roy has to or he's making it seem like he has to live with his mom in order for his mom to be taken care of, and that's
And by the way,
factually
let's not
not
say
correct.
Roy's name. No, let's not say his
Okay, yeah,
name.
let's
No
not
more,
say the
please.
name.
All right.
Let
Okay,
me
but
double
let's say
back.
in that example, like you're not forced to take care of your parents, and it won't make you a bad person if you like hired a nurse or a caregiver or
You know
whoever
how much
to
they
take care of
are?
you.
That's the thing. That's expensive. But go ahead, go
No,
ahead. Make
listen,
it.
listen.
Make,
It
you
comes
understand?
down
It's
to
not as
check.
it's not
Let me
how cheap.
interject real
It's
quick.
not as. Hold on, real quick. It's not as cheap as you make it. I have my uncle that I had to be his caretaker because even though he was rich and I didn't know he was rich at the time, he didn't want to pay for a nurse because they're expensive. They're like damn near 150 a day, and they stay there for like 8 hours, and then you still got time alone without a nurse. And if you do 24-hour care, then you got to have insurance to afford that. Otherwise, you're shit out of luck. And a lot of people are shit out of luck, and they die early ages because they don't have help. So you like
Now,
most people
okay,
don't have insurance. Go
let me
for it.
jump in here because Corey is talking about exactly what I'm talking about. Because again, shout out to Spirits Helping Hands. That was my mom's caretaker service. People like your uncle do go through it the worst in it because when you're rich, insurance doesn't cover that. But at 82 years old, you no matter what, you get a check. And the only thing that happens if you get the nurse, because at 82 you also get Medicaid. They just take the cost of the nurse out the Medicaid. You still get a check. It actually only cuts down into half.
Okay.
But you
How
know,
much is
so
this
let me
check? How
finish.
much
Let me
is this
finish. I
check?
let you filibuster. Please let me finish.
No, OG. How much is this
Please.
check? How much is this check people get, OG? No, because
It's
we're not
based
gonna play
on.
stupid right now.
Listen.
How much do
It's
most
so
people get on?
Social
So
Security.
how much do most
Once you
people get?
turn,
How
listen.
much?
Once you turn Social Security, it's based on what you accumulated and paid into American tax.
OG, what is
By the
the
time
average amount most people get, OG?
I think you should know, Dennis, that
3,200.
it
It's
doesn't matter how much the check is. The government pays for it on top of your check. So even if it's way more than your check, say you only make like
listen.
or like twelve
Yeah,
hundred a
but
month,
most
they're
people,
going to pay for all your
most
expenses regardless of how much you make. It's not a.
most
If
It's not.
you don't
people.
have it, if
They're
you
not
have
using
good
their own
Listen,
money.
insurance,
CJ, you asked me a question. Please let me answer.
if you have good
Most people.
insurance, go ahead.
Will you please
It's
let
just
me
freaking
finish?
y'all
Please,
clueless.
because you're not listening to us. If you're not clueless
OG, you
about
don't
me,
have nobody that you paid insurance for. I mean,
yes, I
nursing
do. I
care for,
got
because you would
kids. What the
know.
fuck you mean? I don't have nobody I paid
Okay,
insurance
well,
for. Now,
OG,
hold on, listen,
OG, how much
listen.
is it
Not
then?
only did I
OG,
pay,
how much
listen.
does it cost? OG, how much does it cost then Tell us the number then. We're wasting
Okay,
time. How much is
so
the
for
number?
24-hour care for 30 days without insurance is about $6,000 a month.
So how are you paying that, OG?
Hold on. I haven't paid for that. I paid for insurance for my kids, my wife's two
Six
kids,
thousand a
and
month?
hers. No, no, I'm saying just insurance. Now, I'm saying that's what a caretaker costs. The reason I know that price because my mom had a business and I did
Okay,
the
OG, how
books.
did you pay for that?
I'm telling you, and that's what I'm telling you. 6,000 is the cost without insurance. If you have Medicare, an
They don't
8 hour nurse.
cover a whole $6,000, dude. I've
Listen,
had
listen. I'm
four
telling
people that
you.
had to
First
have
off, okay.
Medicare.
So
My
now we got
aunt,
this
my uncle,
conversation.
my grandmother,
When you have insurance,
and my
things are.
grandfather.
Hold on. When you have insurance, things are cheaper because insurance company has the lawyers to haggle the price. So through Medicaid, an 8 hour nurse just coming every day for 8 hours will remove about $1,200 from your check. How do I know this? Because my son has moderate severe autism, and it's something that they offer me through his Medicaid every year. Every year, DJ. I'm telling you about shit that I know about. Now this is my point. I agree with Corey. Roy can get a
OG, we're not
care
moving the goalposts here. How did you pay for that insurance? If they take 1,200 out of your check, you still
through
got
my through my
$4,800
job.
left over.
Through my
So you
job.
pay $4,800 a month instead of you just staying
No,
home
listen,
and taking
listen to
care of
what I'm
him.
saying.
You're gonna
I'm
pay
t-
$4,800.
I'm telling you what things cost without insurance. I'm telling you what things cost with insurance, and then you got
Okay,
to
but you
remember
got insurance. So how do you pay
why you
forty
keep
eight hundred
cutting me
dollars,
off if you
OG?
want me to answer the motherfucking
No,
question,
just
DJ.
okay,
I
OG.
can't
Get
answer
straight
the
to the
question
point.
if you keep cutting me off.
Get
When
straight to
you
the
have
point.
a job, that insurance is pretty much you're splitting the cost of insurance. So yeah, I pay $1,200 worth of insurance every year. I mean $1,200 worth of insurance every year because my insurance payment is $384 for a family of four. Then I got to pay extra to insure my stepkids. I really don't want to get into the cost of insurance. What I'm saying is the caretaker from his mom can be taking out that check, and instead of Roy sitting around the house, he can actually go get a job that makes some money and handle all his mama's bills. I feel he's using his mama's disability as an excuse to not fly. Another term that goes with living in the basement is failure to launch.
Dude, you're doing the
Roy,
same thing though. You're living with your dad, not
I'm
paying
not.
nothing. He's
I'm
paying
working every
bills.
day. But listen, my whole thing is I'm not
This is so
admonishing people.
frustrating. And
I'm not
I got
admonishing.
love for you, man, but it's so
Listen,
frustrating, man, because you're
I'm
making me
not
look bad.
admonishing. Listen, I'm not admonishing people who don't get help. And guess what? When my dad got a problem, I just step up. I just step up.
Bro,
And but
you
I'm
literally don't pay
but listen,
nothing.
and that's the first thing I said when I came on. My daddy at his age, he still says, "Don't tell nobody you taking care of me, because I worked enough and did enough in my life where I can take care of myself." This is a symbiotic relationship. It's just as beneficial to you as it is to me.
This is the hypocrisy. This is why nobody rocks with us, and this is why our community is in shambles. Okay? Like you just don't get it. Okay, I'm a realist. I had four people that were on freaking Medicare. Okay, Kate or whatever the old people insurance is. Okay, and they don't cover the whole thing. My uncle was rich and he was still on insurance, and he had to pay freaking damn near $3,000 a month to freaking stay in that crappy rehabilitation center he was at. So I chose to take him because he was crying, wanting to get out of there, and I took him in for free. I didn't make him pay nothing. He was with me for like 8 months. Hey, how you doing? It's for Bonnie C or K Burr.
I think what he was saying is that
Oh,
she can use that insurance to pay for the days that he says he can't work and be actually working. That way, he's getting the money that he's getting from work, and he can help out at
thank
the
you.
house when he's done with work. I think that's what he's saying. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
That
that's
one there.
exactly what I'm saying. And real
Thanks.
quick, Corey, I want to say
Thank
thank
you.
you because a lot of times I be on these panels using objective and critical thinking, and they be making me feel crazy.
Now my thing is, I just don't like when people attack you. No, no, no smoke for dinners like that. But like, it seems like literally every time when someone's like sort
I
of
didn't kick him
supporting
off,
you,
by the way. I
you
didn't kick him
find
off.
the
He left off.
no, no. I'm not saying about that situation. I'm just
Yeah, I
saying like
hit the wrong
in
button.
general,
Dennis
in
never kicks me
general.
off
Hold
except
on,
for
OG,
laughing.
hold on, G. Like in general, it seems like when someone really starts to support you and rock with you, like you find some type of way to like make them feel bad for supporting you. Like, you know what I mean? kind of like the situation a couple days ago. I want to bring it up, but like when someone doesn't ride for you, whether they're right or wrong, even though they're your main supporter, it kind of makes you feel stupid because it's like, damn, I'm riding for this motherfucker. The only reason I'm on this dude's channel to see what's up with his live is because Dennis felt a certain type of way. So yeah, he's wrong by trying to defend you in the first place. Anyway, you're a grown ass man. No one should ever defend your body like that. But he's wrong. You look crazy like that, and then now you look crazy as hell for like having an opinion about not even like you keep saying he's not offending his mom or anything. Like, you know what I mean? I don't get that understanding. So I just come to try to make everyone like even the field out. You know what I mean? 'Cause I noticed on this channel in particular, the minute someone is wrong, there would be like a rack pack team of like 4 or 5 people trying to get that person to look stupid instead of like having like a regular conversation of this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong, this is right. So like once someone finds out that someone is wrong, even when it happens to you, Dennis, when someone feels like you're wrong about something, once someone else agrees, like say someone's pressing you about being wrong about something, I guarantee you there'd be like 3 or 4 people that all of a sudden agree with what they're saying just to make you look crazier than what you actually are. So I just came to like level head the situation basically like that.
But he okay, I get you.
Because
Like
again,
He
I
literally when
never
he
someone is wrong,
disrespected
all of a
his.
says
sudden
Hold on,
everyone is agreeing.
Can we clear that narrative up? Never disrespected his mom a day in my life. Never
take
disrespected
it
his
up, or you
mom
take it up.
a single instance. But because people
Oh,
can't control my opinion,
oh, you said you
they
take it up.
start calling me
Hey, thanks.
disrespectful. I think that's diabolical.
Now back to positivity. OG, I
Oh,
gotta ask you, bro. Do you have dentures or something? What is that I keep hearing?
No, man, what it was when I was younger, just long story short, because I come from a family of care, I found out some information about my uncle, nothing negative, but I didn't
Okay.
know how to handle it at 19. And then me and him got into it. And I was mad, just mad at 19. Well, not, well, how
Yeah.
old? I think I was like 22,
And he
23.
smacked you all in the mouth.
No, even worse than that. I don't know if y'all know what a cordless phone is. First of all, my uncle's 6'4", 250. So I shouldn't have
Oh,
been
big
really.
actor.
Yeah. So I said something disrespectful, and he took a cordless phone and threw it at my mouth, and it hit me dead in my forefront. Me being a
Sound like you got
nigga,
enough money to get veneers though, no cap.
but see, but the problem was when he did that, my teeth didn't fall out. So just take care of my teeth. Next, they started moving around all crazy. Now I know now is because even though the teeth were alive and they were in my mouth, it turns out your teeth have sockets, like
Oh,
how
okay.
you. So he had knocked my teeth out the socket. So my teeth are actually just floating around in my mouth. So as I take them out, because in order to get, I'm trying to get a bridge. So in order to get a bridge, you got to pull teeth. You might not know dental insurance is a scam. So it's like per tooth pulled like $1,000. And I'm fortunate. Women love my personality maybe more than my looks. So, as long as I converse with women, I
Okay.
still get women. So I've been kind of on pace. Plus, my children are 18 this year, so they'll be grad. So I've been more focused on being a dad than maybe personal appearance, if that makes any sense to
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I got you. Like I said, no
So
diss or no funny shit. I was
no, no.
really
So
curious
yeah.
because
So
I
right
like
now,
I
and I
never knew
do.
the story.
Dennis was right. Right now, I really just don't like showing my. That's like my only drawback. I'm a military vet, multiple streams of income, work, been at the same job for the last 5 years. All that, but I hate my smile. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I'm working on now, especially that my kids are
What
older.
Cardi B
I'm
say?
at
She
the
say,
point.
got a bag to
And,
fix my teeth. All he knows is hit the beat.
yeah. So
Right.
but I
That's
think
really a fact. When she said that, I really didn't hit it until I forgot, like, oh shit, dental is really expensive. But I'm in
yeah,
the middle
but
of DoorDash.
yeah, but so they right. So I laugh at the cheap humor because ironically, that's the humor I get from all my friends at home too. You know how black people is when they roasting, and they going for your weak point. So, but yeah, that's what that's about. I ain't got no teeth in my mouth. I'm finna get some though.
got my phone overheating.
Another thing I
Yeah, my
want to
phone
say.
overheating. I got to buy a fan for it.
Another thing I want to say is, like I said, a reason I'm inspired by Dennis Talent. I think not only do you judge men about what they do that they don't have to do, you should judge a man based off his ambition. Ambition will make you do things you don't have to do. So shout out to DJ, shout out to the network. Make sure y'all get the likes and subscribes up. It's been diabolical slander
You
against
close.
OG for the
Close.
last couple of days.
No, here's the thing. I gotta say that we gotta still clear the air here. Look, man. You gotta understand. God damn, this gas station closed. I found another gas station. You gotta understand, man. Like, I need you to understand. This, the reason why I've been in a bad mood the past few days, and I'm just tired of this, is because, like, you guys are no offense to you, man. I know you got love and all this and that, but I can't, because you say you support my channel. I can't allow chaos to continue to happen, and I'm letting chaos continue to happen. Now you're about to get smoked. Here we go. But here's the thing. Let me, Roy, before you go, Roy. I'm gonna give, we're gonna give OG and Roy as much time as they want, and please don't cut each other off, just one at a time. But let me say this first, OG. The reason why I'm frustrated right now and annoyed is because I keep allowing people to run amok on my channel, and you guys are making me look bad. And what happened yesterday was terrible behavior, and I wanted to address it publicly because I needed people to understand. I'm not gonna let people like do act that way and behave that way. That ultimately makes me look bad. And instead of you and other people accepting the fact you guys were wrong, you guys want to walk it back and tell me how it was acceptable, how it's okay, and all that's doing is making me look like a clown. And I'm building my channel and trying to do everything I can. I brought two chicks on. I got Furby. She was willing to come on yesterday with Maddie. I tried to, change it up a little bit, got dudes on camera, but you guys still find a way to make it like freaking a nasty situation. So that's the reason why I've been in a bad mood, because I'm not going to grow if I continue allowing this. But go ahead. You and Roy got the floor. OG, please. Like, if he's talking, don't cut him off. And Roy, please, if he's talking, don't cut. Just go back and forth. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Actually, let Roy. Can Roy go first? Corey, we're gonna stay out of this. So let Corey. Let's let Roy go first since we've been talking for a whole hour. All right, go for it.
First off, I don't even know why my mom is the center of anybody's conversation on this live stream today. Number one. Number two, if I had access to any one of you right now, trust me, this would not be happening right now. Trust me.
Wait, is that a
But this
threat?
is the deal.
Well,
Don't fucking cut me off. See, there you go, motherfucker, cutting people off. See, that is your fucking
yeah,
problem.
nigga, you don't even
That
know
is
who the
your
fuck I
fucking
am. So watch
problem.
your fucking mouth talking about who
That
you
is your
thought I was,
fucking
bro.
problem. That is your fucking problem. You open your fucking mouth and you know absolutely jack shit because you think you know shit because you sit in the basement of your daddy's house since you want to talk shit and read stupid ass books thinking you're a fucking intelligent and you're a fucking idiot. So I don't know
Bro,
what
Corey
part of
said
that you
that,
don't fucking understand that yes,
bro.
I live with my mom because I hate to take care of my mom. And yes, I pay my mom's rent. Okay? My mom it's her fucking house. So I pay her rent, which is no different fuckface than if I paid rent at another person's fucking house for a room or if I had my own fucking apartment. So I don't know what part of that you don't fucking understand. How you're that goddamn stupid. Okay? Number one. So I
Oh,
don't know
oh, that was just number
why you're
one.
so fucking idiot. Then you're talking about my mom in hospice. Are you fucking retarded? Did I say my mom was a fucking invalid? You dumb motherfucker. You don't listen for shit. That's your problem. You think you're intelligent, but you don't listen, so it makes you even fucking dumber when you speak. So I don't know what part of that you don't fucking understand. I don't have to pay all my mom's goddamn bills because you think you retired your daddy. That makes you somebody more special. No, it don't make you shit. Okay? My mom has her own money. My mom works on the weekends with her little job that she has and on top of that, she gets her checks every month, motherfucker. And let me tell you another thing, fucker. I don't get nothing from my mom. My son inherits the house my mom's fucking in. So you don't know shit of what the fuck you're talking about that you think I take advantage of my fucking mom. So look, like I said, lucky I don't have access to you. Because trust me, this be a totally different situation.
All you gotta do is email me, Roy. I'll give you my
No, I'm not
address.
talking access like that. I'm talking a different kind of fucking access. And you can
It,
figure out what that fucking means. But
yeah,
you
no.
need to shut the fuck up, keep my mom's name out your fucking mouth because you're too stupid to listen to what a motherfucker says. Okay? Second of
Okay.
all, I have whoever the fuck I want at my mom's house. Whether it's a female, my fucking friends, I pay rent, motherfucker. No different than if I paid rent anywhere else. I can have company in my fucking house. So I don't know what you fucking think you're talking about. See, once again, you're just talking out your ass and not listening.
Are you done? Because I think you were at point five, even though you said two times.
It doesn't matter. You don't listen. My mom should
Okay.
not even be a conversation out of your fucking mouth. If you want to have a real discussion about me and my mom with me and you alone on Dennis's shit, somebody asked that yesterday. I think it was Ski. I'd be more than happy to have that fucking conversation. But to sit here when I'm not able because I'm working. Because once again, I pay my own shit, contrary to what the fuck you believe. Okay, I'm at working, but I'm on lunch right now, so I decided to jump the fuck in.
All right, good. First off, I don't have your mom's name in my mouth because I don't know your mom's
What the
name.
fuck you mean you don't have my mom's name in your mouth? I've
I
been
t-
listening to this fucking conversation
Hold on, I
for the
let you
last
talk,
30
Roy. Can
minutes.
I please talk? Can I please talk? Now you were very disrespectful, so I'm trying my hardest to engage you in productive conversation and not be disrespectful. Okay. Don't have your mom's name in your mouth, my mouth. Now I do have some points that does revolve around your mom, because unfortunately that's your living situation. I think we have similar living situations. The problem is you have an error in perspective. And that's the only thing I was pointing out. So all this vitriol you're bringing to the panel for me is really uncalled for and really unfounded. Just like
Okay.
when I text,
Okay.
hold on. I let you filibuster. Please let me get a couple out. Same way when I went to Dennis panel, you screaming all this. You must have heard this. You must have heard that. But I asked you questions directly. Instead of going off what I heard, I asked you questions directly. Now you say you're this big bad man. Why are you so afraid of direct questions? Go.
First of all, I've never been afraid of any direct question. The problem is when I give you the answer to your fucking question, you want to twist it around with your fucking corny shit that you do when anybody answers your question. Well, I got this to ask now, and I'm gonna twist it this fucking way. When I say I pay rent to my mom, that's a simple fucking answer. I pay rent to my mom. It doesn't have to say, well, maybe you should try paying all of your rent for your mom, or twist it however the fuck you feel like twisting it. It's a simple, yeah. Do I pay
Can I
rent?
ask you a question
Yes.
then?
End of
Can I
the
ask you a
day.
question then?
End of the day.
If you had a woman right now that was, your one and only, some woman you had intent to marry, and y'all were living together, would you be paying all the bills?
What the fuck does that? What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
We're having a
What the fuck does
conversation.
that? What the fuck does that have to do anything? I'm not fucking my mom. Are you fucking stupid? It's
No,
two
but
totally different situations.
I
You
think it
don't. You
is.
don't see. This is what I mean.
See,
You ask a question and then you twist shit like fucking stupid.
first
It's
of
the
all,
two different
okay, Roy,
situations.
Roy,
Two different situations. Come on, bro.
I'm not twisting your words. What this is called is logical processing. I want to understand you. The only way to understand you is to track your logic. See, if I can logically think like you, meaning however you think, if I can think like you, then I can understand what you're saying. But when I start asking you direct questions that you call trying to twist your words around, that's when we start to have the disconnect. I just want to understand you, boy.
Well, okay. Well, what question does that make any fucking sense to you?
Well, I'm glad you brought
If
that up.
I
No,
was
I'm glad you
living with
brought
a
that up.
chick, listen. If I was
Hold
living,
on,
listen. This
hold on.
is your
Before
question.
you
I'm
talk
trying to
about
get
the,
your logic. I'm trying to get your stupid ass logic. You
okay,
sit
deal with the
here and say,
question first.
"Well, if you were marrying a chick, would you pay all the bills?" Yeah, dumbass. No shit.
Okay,
That's what
but
a man does,
let
right?
me ask
What
the
the
next
fuck's that got to
question.
do with my mom?
So this is the next question. If you were married to a chick, you would pay all the bills, right? Y'all would be living together.
If I had the capability to pay all the bills, yes.
My next question is, if you would do this for a woman you're married to, why you won't do this for your mom and you're staying with her?
Because
Okay.
my mom is
Well,
her own
now,
individual, bro. I don't have to do that to my mom. My mom takes care of her shit. I take care of my shit. We have a beneficial relationship where I help her out. I live with her. I pay her rent. I help her out when she needs it. It's a beneficial relationship. It's called fucking family. Maybe you come from a culture where family ain't that fucking important to you, but in my culture, family is very fucking important.
Now, Roy,
And
can I play
I'll do
Hold on,
peacekeeper
anything to
one
stop.
take
Y'all
care
let
of
him
my
keep going.
family.
Let him keep going.
Can I
Don't
play
even cut him off.
Okay, okay,
Because
okay.
first of all, scientifically, what it's called is what I mentioned earlier. It's not
See,
called
see,
family.
this is what I
It,
mean.
stop.
We sit in the basement reading books. This is what I'm talking about, coach. No, it's called very
Roy,
fucking simple,
please.
bro.
Roy,
It's called very simple.
I want us to have a productive,
Well,
respectful
do you want to have a
conversation.
conversation? Number one, keep my mom's discussion when I'm not here out of your fucking mouth. If you want to have a one-on-one discussion on Dennis's channel, I'll be
I
more than
don't.
happy to do that, and Dennis can set it up. But other than that, I'm not going to sit here.
Okay,
play
so can I ask
games
you?
with you.
Let me ask a fair question. So you just came on the panel to yell at me? You really don't care what I got to say?
No, I want, first of all, like I said, you got plenty of other goofy shit going on in this world other than talking about my situation with my mom, number one. Okay, my mom isn't for your motherfucking clicks and views. You understand what I'm saying? I don't disrespect your fucking ass for living with your dad, do I? Do I go on my panels by myself or with other people talking about your fucking living situation with your father? Do I do that? No, I do not. So I expect this.
Oh, so that was a rhetorical question.
If you're a real fucking man, I would expect the same goddamn respect from a man to another man. But you don't seem to have that fucking respect.
Well, no, I can agree with you there, Roy. I don't
Okay,
respect you
then
like
if you can agree with me, then why the fuck are I even having this
see, you didn't even
conversation
let me
with you?
finish. You missed what I said. I actually dissed you. I said I
No, don't
don't
sit
look
there
at
and tell me you understand shit, but yet we're having to have this conversation in the first
Roy,
fucking
you
place.
keep cutting me off. I said I agree with you. I don't look at you like a man. See, if you'll let me finish, you'll stop sounding crazy. I don't look at you. I look at you like less than a man, Roy.
Oh, you can look at
Because
me however you want.
let me finish. Let me finish. First of all, is this how
See,
you treat your mother? No, 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 no. We
I
having a
love when you
productive.
motherfuckers
No,
are
let me
1,000 miles
finish. Is
away.
this
You
how
can
you
talk
treat
that
your
fucking
mother in the
shit.
house?
You
Is
talk
this
that
how you
shit
treat
thousands of
her?
miles away, motherfucker. Let me find out where you live, and then we'll see you talk that shit to my fucking face. Dead
I will
ass.
give. I
Dead
will.
ass.
I will send Dennis my address on the Discord. You can pull up, and let me tell you how it's going to go. You're going to pull up to my house ready to fight. I'm going to be looking out the window. Roy, I'm going to call 911.
Yeah, that's some coward
Once
ass
I
shit.
know the
That
police
that that's
are
typical
listen,
coward. That's what
listen.
I expect
Once
from a
I know the
coward.
police are
You want
on
to
the
talk
way,
shit?
I
You
am
want
going
to
to
talk shit?
go.
That's coward. That's
Listen, no,
coward.
listen.
That's
I
fine.
just want you
Be
to
a
know how it's
coward.
going to go. No, I want
Because
you to know
you
how it's going to
obviously
go.
less than a man.
Please,
You
Roy,
less
can
than a
you
man,
please?
and you want to talk shit, but yet you can't handle the
No, Roy, let me.
consequences of a real man. You got to call the police. That's typical
If
coward
you
ass
think
shit. You're
if
not
you
the
think
man.
If you think me being law-abiding citizen makes me less than a man, it makes me less than a man. I just wanted to logically track you how this is going to go. I'm gonna send Dennis my address. Dennis is going to give you my
You know,
address.
don't waste your
No, no,
time
no,
sending
no,
your
no, no.
address.
You started me
Don't
down
waste
this
your time.
thread.
You
You
know
started
what?
me down this
Like I
thread. Let
said,
me
this is going
finish.
to be the last thing
Listen,
that comes out of my
listen.
mouth. If
Once
you
the
want to
police
have a
tell
one-on-one
me,
conversation, you want
once
to have a
they tell
one-on-one,
me,
let Dennis set it up,
listen.
and it
Once
could be
they
me
tell
and you,
me
and then
the
you can ask
police are
whatever
on the
dumb
way.
questions you want.
Once they tell
Pretty
me the
simple.
police,
Pretty
okay,
simple.
I'm still gonna finish what I was saying, Roy. Once they tell me the police are on the way, I'm gonna count to about 90 because we have about a 2 minute to 2.5 minute police response in the good community I live in. So I'm gonna count to 90 when I get off the phone with the police. Then I'm gonna walk onto my porch and I'm gonna say, "Please, sir, get out my yard."
No, here we
That's
go
what
with
I'm gonna
this
say.
long drawn out shit. Trust me, bro. Trust
No,
me, bro.
Roy,
I've
Roy.
dealt with
See,
a lot tougher people than you.
I'm
So
not
trust
tough.
me. You can
I
say
keep.
whatever you want. You can
I'm
say
not.
whatever you want. It
I'm
doesn't
not up here
affect me,
being
bro.
tough.
Like I
I'm
said,
not up.
you're the coward. You're the coward, not me. So like I said, one on one. You want to have a discussion?
I
We'll have a
don't.
fucking
Okay, Roy.
discussion.
So let
Other
me
than
clear
that,
the
leave my
air.
mom's name out your
Roy,
mouth.
let me clear.
Can you respect that? We don't talk about his mom on this channel, and if you want to have the one-on-one with him, you can have it on this channel, OG. It'll be you and him, and you can hash
First
it
of
out.
all, let me clarify this. I absolutely would not talk about your mother anymore. I think she's a wonderful woman. I think she's doing something amazing for her son. And even if he don't see it, I see it. So yes, I will not talk
Oh, I
about
never
your mother
said my
anymore.
mom. I never. Let me tell you something. I never said my
Roy,
mom
why
didn't
you
do
won't let me
something.
motherfucking finish the word? It's starting to piss me off. Look, I'm a
No,
real
because see,
English nigga, but I've been
Be,
trying to keep it.
because
Roy,
let me
I've been
tell you
trying to
something.
keep it
Why I'm
in,
not
Roy.
letting you talk? Why I'm not letting you talk? Because you've had the last hour and a half or however long this live stream is to keep my mom's name in your fucking mouth. That's why I'm not letting you talk. Okay? You've had plenty of time to
Okay, no,
talk your
so
mess.
I
You had
respect
plenty of
that.
time to talk your
I
mess
respect
while I
that.
wasn't
You're
here.
like, I'm not letting you talk because I'm being childish. That's why I
Yeah,
don't want
no,
to have.
I'm not being
No, no,
childish.
real
You
quick.
were childish.
That's why I
You were
don't want to have a
childish.
one-on-one
No,
with you,
you
Roy.
were the child. You were the childish motherfucker when you decided to keep my mom's name in your mouth for the last hour and a
You know
half
what?
when I wasn't up here.
This the
That's
last
what.
thing I'm gonna say
That's
about your
childish.
mama. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about your mama. I just wish she had a better son.
Well, if you say so, if you say so,
Yeah.
you can say whatever you want.
Now I'm done. So if that's all you have to say, then our conversation is done, Roy. You have nothing else to say to me.
Move on, later. There you go.
As Kevin Hart would say, that was very aggressive.
Sure. You know, the fucked up part about it is I have no problems discussing my life. I put my life on YouTube for the
Man, we don't
last
want to hear
five
you
years.
start crying now.
I
You done
have
cried for
no,
30
I
minutes,
have
boy.
nobody.
Shut
What are
up.
you talking
Just
about? What do
shut
you do?
up. You sound like a
Oh,
little bitch. That's why I don't
yeah,
respect you as a
yeah, I
man,
sound like a
because you
bitch. Yeah,
always
I
crying
sound like
like
a
a
bitch.
girl. When I
I
went
sound
through
like a
that
girl.
live,
Yep,
I
yep.
never
I
heard a
sound
man
like a
cry like
girl.
a little woman
I
as much
sound
as you.
like a girl, but yet you're the one coming behind motherfuckers' back when they're not around, and then you're talking shit. That's bitch shit. Don't call me me. I didn't fucking have no live stream behind another man's back talking
Watch the credits
shit.
say just
That's
I'm
get
gonna
bitch
say
monetized
this,
for
shit.
this.
and I'm gonna
That's
say this.
bitch
Until
shit.
we see your mama on the live, I don't even think your mama real. I think this is a
Oh
made
well,
up story,
that's
and
fine. You
you're
don't have to
just
think
doing it for
shit. Nobody gives
sympathy.
a fuck what
Listen,
you think.
listen, cause that's what petty. Listen,
Nobody thinks
listen,
what you think.
listen. That's what petty ass little babies like you do. Create them
Yeah.
false
Okay.
stories
Okay.
just to get
Yeah, it's
sympathy.
a false story. I have nothing better to do to come on to try to impress what some stupid ass
You're a
idiot like
pizza
you
boy. Of course,
on
you have nothing
YouTube.
better to
Please,
do. You deliver
please,
pizzas. The pizza
please.
shop don't even open to
Yeah,
two
and I deliver.
p.m.
You know what? I
Shut up
deliver
talking to me,
pizza.
you
Guess
little
what? I
baby.
deliver pizza,
You're a
and I make
fucking
very good
baby.
fucking money. I make very good money doing it. So if you got a problem with that, I don't have a problem. I'll deliver diapers as long as I'm getting paid, motherfucker. I don't care what I deliver, as long as I'm getting paid, and I'm getting paid.
Okay, real
So do you
quick.
have a fucking problem with that?
Tell me who you deliver pizza boy, and we can look at their gross income for the year for that
You
company.
can
And
look
I
at whatever
bet
the
you.
fuck you want. That means absolutely dick of what I make.
Look,
You have no fucking
he don't
clue.
want to deal with some shit where I can call him out on his bullshit. That's your problem, Roy. You're not transparent. You try to curate your life for the sympathetic viewpoint, and I think it is diabolical. You're a little fucking baby, a fucking baby.
I don't have to be transparent and prove anything to some fucker on YouTube that sits in his daddy's basement reading a bunch of I'm a poor black man books that you fucking read because you want to blame
This
everything
ain't the
on the white
basement.
man. Okay, so I don't do
Look,
that.
this
I have
ain't
a
the basement.
life.
I'm upstairs.
Okay.
I'm upstairs. This ain't the basement. The problem is, Roy, when you compare our two lives, you are a failure. You're a failure, Roy.
If you say so.
You never
You say
served your
so.
country. You never did nothing of note. You're a failure.
If you say so, you can call me a failure all you like. I don't doesn't hurt my feelings, motherfucker. You think I haven't been called a failure in my life? I've been called a lot fucking worse. So nothing you say is going to affect me at all. You can call me a fucking pizza boy. You can call me a diaper boy. You can call me a bitch. Trust me, I've been called everything. So nothing you say bothers me. The thing that bothers me is that the actual bitch actions here is on your part for coming up here for an hour and a half talking shit behind another man's back about his family situation and his mother. That is bitch shit. Okay. If, like I said last night, if you wanted to have a one on one, it was more than welcome to happen. I have no problem with that. But you decided to come up today and pull the bitch maneuver and talk shit behind my fucking back, thinking you're gonna prove your fucking point on a situation you know nothing about. That's bitch shit. So while you're sitting here calling me a bitch, you better look in the motherfucking mirror and comb your long ass curly bitch hair, because that's what you are. Okay. So let's just keep it at that. Let's keep it at that. I'm still willing to do the talk with you if you really want to go there. But the situation is, keep my mom's name out your motherfucking mouth while if I'm not here to talk about it and have a legit discussion about it. Because behind my back, that's some coward shit. And if you call yourself a real man, you up here talking about manly man, man this, man that. That's what a real man fucking does. He doesn't run
Okay,
behind people's back to
first off,
talk shit.
let's clarify, Roy. I didn't bring this shit up, but DJ owns the channel. If he engaged me on the topic, I'm gonna give my honest opinion. You don't think I should do that?
Well, I would think if you're a real man and you want to have a legit discussion, you would have told Dennis, hey, bro, this is a man to man thing. This is something we should talk about when he's available to talk about it, not do it behind his back. That's what a real man would have told Dennis.
I
Because
only
if
that
Dennis
only
would have
affect
asked
no,
me,
Roy.
that's what I would have told Dennis.
That only applies if I respect you about it as a man. But children, I talk about children.
Oh,
You're a
please.
Hold on,
child
real
to
quick.
me.
Hold on, OG, real quick. Hold on, OG. I didn't say a word. Let me just say this, because you're not going to throw me under the bus with that. Everybody in the chat was asking about, did y'all talk about the Roy situation? And I told you, I said that Roy, I'm going to tell you in advance, because Roy wanted to have a one-on-one with you, that it's a bad look for you because you shouldn't be talking about his living situation in regards to his mom because of the fact that like I went into my situation. I went into the fact that I have no issue with him, and I told you that with me and Roy, the disagreements we've been having the past few days or the past few weeks, like you would think I wouldn't have his back on that, but I said you're wrong. So I said come at him at the angle of he shouldn't be talking about nobody's living situation, but in regards to his mom's situation, I don't think you should be talking about that because it's like he's doing a respectable thing, but he shouldn't be talking about how people are like living with people or whatever. I don't think Roy should be doing that, but that's what happened, and I left it there.
But that's
You
the
took it
only
into
reason
the
he comes up. The
What,
only
like I
reason
said,
yeah. So I
hold on
take
real
blame for
quick,
that. So
Roy.
Roy, I take blame for that because
The
I
only
did bring that up.
reason the only reason your mom comes up, Roy, because you put it out there like you're this altruistic person and you're doing this such a good deed that's so
I am doing
rare.
a good deed. I am doing a good deed.
No, you do.
How many motherfuckers do you know in your life just throw their parents in a fucking home and let them rot? How many people do you know don't even know what their mom's doing on a day-to-day basis and if their mom is protected or healthy? How many motherfuckers you know like that? Because I know a lot of motherfuckers like that that don't give a fuck about their mom. They'll let their mom rot in a fucking nursing home. And then when their mama dies, they're the ones crying like a little girl saying, I wish I had more time with my mom. I don't have to worry about that motherfucker because I take care of my mom. I'm there with my mom every day to make sure she has what she needs and when she needs it. So I don't have to worry
Roy,
about that.
stop. Please stop bringing your mom up because it's going to make me ask you
You
questions.
brought her up when you opened your
Okay,
mouth.
okay, fine. So let me ask you this question. Everybody wish they had more time with their mom. So you're taking her to sell Avon at the flea market. Then you're out somewhere living your high intensity lifestyle of delivering pizza. When do you have time for your mom? Because you stream in the evening. So when is there the time for your mother?
Bro, once again, bro, I told you, my mom is not an invalid. Okay, I don't got to sit there and spoon feed my mom every hour of every day. She is a grown ass woman. I said she can't walk does not mean that she's a fucking invalid and I got to sit there and spoon feed her all day. See, once again, you don't fucking understand common sense. Okay, you don't understand. I didn't say my mom was bedridden, that I got to be there with her 24 hours a day. She's an adult woman. She can't walk,
Real quick.
so there are things I have to
Somebody has
do.
said that. Somebody
The
has said
fuck
that. Somebody has said that. Do you have to feed your mom?
do I have to feed my mom? No. My
Okay,
mom's a grown
okay,
ass
quick, quick,
woman.
okay, real quick, because you said she's not an invalid, so we're dealing with. So you don't have to feed your mom. Do you have to change your mom's diapers?
No. My mom don't wear diapers.
What the fuck you doing for your mama?
What does that have? What are you talking about?
Okay, tell me what you do
Motherfucker,
for your mom.
like once
Tell me
what
what you
did
do for
Dennis
your
tell
mom.
you? What does
Tell me
Dennis
what you
tell
do for.
you? See, this is the
Tell me
problem.
what.
Once again, you don't listen. What did Dennis tell you? She's not in hospice care, motherfucker. I don't have to do all that shit. She's an adult woman. There are things she cannot do. What part of that do you not understand? They see that's the thing. You think because I'm not feeding her, spoon feeding her, changing her diapers, picking the fucking lint out of her belly button, that all of a sudden you ain't doing nothing for your mom. You know how fucking stupid you look and sound when you say shit like that? Nobody ever said my mom was an invalid that she has to be watched over 24 hours a day. Did
Okay,
I?
I'm listen,
No.
listen.
But see,
I'm
you
not even
always go.
listen,
See, that's the
listen.
problem
Hold on,
with
real
you
quick.
is you don't understand the situation and you always want to go to the
Just hear
fucking
what I'm
extreme
saying,
with
Roy.
shit. And that's what makes you ignorant.
Roy,
That what makes you ignorant.
Roy, you and Dennis are presenting this narrative like you do so much for your mother, but the common things that our nurse require, you don't do for your mother. So now I am like, well, what do you do for her in your
It doesn't
care
matter
of
what
her?
I do for you. It's none of your
Hold on,
business what
stop.
the fuck
Because
I
right
do
now,
for her.
please let
It's
me,
none of your
please,
business.
Roy, can I say one sentence?
What does some 50-year-old black man give a fuck about what I do with my mom? What the fuck are you fucking a weirdo? Why the fuck are you so worried about what other fucking men do? That's some gay shit. Okay, if you
That's called
weren't
pushing
worried
the
about what other men
goalpost.
go do, go ride a pride float or something, motherfucker.
Okay,
Quit
listen,
worrying about what other
Roy,
grown men do with their
Roy,
lives and worry about
please,
your own fucking life. How about
Roy.
that?
I
How
only
about
deal with
that?
the, I only
Maybe
deal with the.
maybe instead of talking shit
Roy,
all the
why
time,
you don't want to let me say nothing?
maybe go do something to get your fucking teeth fixed or something. Okay, you
Roy,
want
why
to
you
be?
won't let me
I can be
say
roguish.
nothing?
I can be
Okay,
roguish.
okay. So
You
this is what
one
I'm
tooth
trying to
having
listen,
motherfucker. I can be
listen,
roguish.
listen,
Okay, so don't come
listen.
out here worrying about what other grown men
Okay,
are
Roy.
when you should be worrying about yourself, like your teeth and other bullshit. Dancing on that stream last night with the ski mask on, looking like some fucking pervert weirdo trying to hit on two women that are already in a relationship. You're the fucking weird one, and maybe you need to worry about that before you worry about other grown men. How about
So
that?
again, okay, now I'm gonna go back
How
and
about
ask
this?
the
How about that?
I'm
I
gonna
got to
ask
go
the
back to
question.
work.
No,
Okay, I
I'm
got
gonna
to
ask
go
the
make money. I got time to sit on
let me
here all
ask you
day.
this one
So
question.
I got to go.
What do you
So
do for your mom?
like I said, you can save your
Okay, bye,
questions.
man. Bye,
Save
man.
your stupid
Bye,
ass
man. Bye,
Save your
man.
stupid ass
Bye.
questions later.
Bye. We don't buy. If you're gonna go,
Save
just
your dumb
go.
ass
If
questions
you're
for
gonna go,
somebody
just
else.
go. Okay. Here's my dumbass question. What do you do for your mom besides paying half the bills? I, I got to say, I understand what people saying in the chat. I really don't want to talk about nobody parents. But the reason his mom came up, because he said he's doing a good deed. He's this altruistic dude. He is sacrificing huge swaths of his life. He brought his mom into the conversation, not me. And the only
My
thing
bad.
I,
I was on mute. I want to say, OG, let's just stop. Just if you want to have a one-on-one with them and you can continue talking, debating that mom situation, you can. But
no,
I
I
just
don't.
try to give you a
Okay.
little bit of game on the fact that like like you're making me look like a hypocrite because dude, you're literally in the same situation and you're putting
Listen,
him down.
the only thing is, I never said we wasn't. Y'all keep ascribing arguments to me I'm not making. Never said we wasn't in the same situation. Never said it wasn't a good thing. I just asked him why does he think it's something better than what other people are doing. Same thing you're saying. And I asked him
I get it.
directly on his panel to his face. And we just seen when you ask him what he do for his mom, he won't even tell you. So
No, he
he's
said y'all can do a one-on-one. I say just do a one-on-one and then y'all can hash it out. But like we're not gonna talk about it no more. Let's just
yeah. I
move
just
on.
this one. Can we talk about what I want to talk about?
OG, go for it. It's just
Okay,
go.
no, I'm not talking about Roy. I'm not. I think it's diabolic. Like Corey was pointing out, some of these narratives that you are allowing to be portrayed about me. You know, it is an
I'm
attack on
not.
my.
You can talk about it. You can talk about you.
No, I
Don't
don't
talk
even want
about
to
his
talk about that.
situation.
I'm just saying what y'all do is y'all misrepresent my arguments, and that's what paints me in a bad light. Y'all, I'll say one thing, and then three other people say something, and then when y'all deal with me, y'all talk more about what the three other people said than the one thing I said. But you want me
OG,
to.
my channel looks so lame right now, dude. You gotta understand. This is what I'm trying to understand, dude. My channel is lame, dude. Like that. Like just listen to what I put out, dude. I bring on two chicks. People are rocking with that, and then they get these creepy ass dudes come up that's asking questions, talking to them in a certain way. Makes me look creepy too. And then after that, like we got drama about like taking care of people, and then you got drama. It's always drama, man. You gotta understand. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help myself and help you. Like I want you to be part of the channel, but you're not understanding. You're making it harder on me. Like if anybody's looking on the outside in, they think this is absolutely lame. That my channel is for losers, and that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Like, dude, I'm trying to get you lit out here, but you ain't helping me right now because you think you know everything and you don't understand. Nobody cares.
I don't, man. See, and this is a problem I have dealt with my
This
whole
ain't
life.
entertainment. Go for
Because
it.
I'm so intelligent, people think I act like I know everything. That's why I just ask people direct questions. I could see if I was just like everybody else on the panel do, just sit there and spout out points. No, I engage people and I ask them direct questions. I literally just went through 30 minutes of Roy cussing me out. And all I did was ask him questions. At the end, I had got tired of it and I might have barked back a little bit. But yeah, all I did was ask questions. I sat there and let him disrespect me, call me names, bring up my situation, mock my appearance. I let him do all that. But yet I'm the
I
issue.
got you.
Like that's why I belong. I let people treat me any kind of way, but me being mature and above sinking to lower levels at times, I'm the problem. Like I don't get it. Same thing with the creep situation. You're saying just don't compliment women. I said fine. You saying she felt uncomfortable when you came on the panel. I said fine. I won't come up on the panel, and then you start getting specific with the solution. I think the solution covered it all, but you're like that's not good enough. It's too easy.
OG, let's have a heart to heart. Let's have a heart to heart. And I want you to be real with me right now with everything. This ain't about you. First off, the Crystal in the chat, relax, catfish. Literally, just relax. You're doing too much, okay? That's not your real picture. Obviously, most people know who you are, and you're frustrating me right now because you're saying dumb shit right now, and this ain't the time, okay? Secondly, OG,
look at what I'm trying to do here on my YouTube channel. Let's just talk about this for a second, okay? Um, OG, we're gonna have a heart to heart right now. Unless you want to have it, we can have it off of record. If you want to, like, I can end this live right now and talk to you and have a heart to heart. Because, dude, like, you gotta understand, I try to help everybody out, but some people aren't made for YouTube. Some people aren't made to be on an entertainment platform. Some people just aren't entertaining. Some people just aren't made to be in whatever you want to call it, the big leagues. Okay, the problem you face is I am trying to do something here on YouTube that's going to cause me to grow in numbers, cause me to be, ultimately get to a point of being lit. It's never going to happen due to the fact that, okay, like, OG, look, bro, you got to act your age. You got to act your age. And then secondly, the way you talk, like,
What?
it's fun. Communicate. No, no. Yes, let me tell you why. Like I'm saying, you got to act your age. You're 42 years old. Okay, you got to understand. It's a level of respect that we're gonna put on women. We're gonna put on conversations, and we're gonna act in public. So you got to understand. I'm 38. Okay, there's things that I'm not gonna do because of my age. Like, you see, like, let's just be real. I'm in California. There's so Cali girl knows this. Everybody knows this. There's a lot of women. Most of the chicks that are like deemed bad, they're in California because of Hollywood, because of, like, production of most of everything you see on TV is in California. Okay, so you have a lot of chicks. I can be running around here with my phone talking about, come on my YouTube channel, like, you're hot. I want to do an interview. I could be doing that, dude. But I gotta act my age. I don't care about that. That's beneath me as a man right now. But
Can we
here's the
deal with
thing I'm
that?
saying you should
Hold on. Can
understand.
we deal with
When you
that? What
talk,
do I do,
hold up.
immature? Like that's what I'm saying. You'll say this point and then you move on. But I'm like, this is an important point. What am I doing that's not acting my age?
Okay, because here's the situation, okay? First off, you're arguing with kids. First thing that you do, you argue with kids. Secondly, you don't accept any responsibilities for where you're wrong. I accept. You got to admit, when I do wrong on this channel, yes, immediately I might feel attacked and I might take it, lash out. But I'm going to apologize and, you know what, I was wrong because I was wrong. I'm not making myself right about something I'm wrong with, okay? You don't want to accept accountability for nothing. Then you talk in circles and you use big words that nobody can understand. That right there is killing me and my channel because nobody wants
I
to hear that.
disagree. I disagree because
Dude,
everybody on the channel is saying diabolical, and nobody on the channel was saying diabolical before me. That is a word I introduced to the zeitgeist.
dude, let me tell you, that's not true. What happened was Poetic Flacco, okay, you go watch his channel, he says that word. He says diabolical. He says, like, all nasty work. He says all that. And DJ Academics really started that. And then Poetic Flacco started off of him. And then I took Poetic
Real quick, so
Flacco's
everybody said,
mannerisms and I brought it to the channel. I brought those words to the channel because of Poetic Flacco. Nasty work, like diabolical. That's his favorite word right now. Like, that, like, literally, that's off of
all right,
Poetic
all
Flacco. Go
right,
look at his channel. Do you see what I'm
all right,
saying? How you tried to, you tried to make something. That's what I'm saying, dude. Just accept your big words and how you talk, dude. If you want to do a channel, I mean, if you want to do a show, then I'll do this. If you make a channel, a new channel or whatever, your old channel, whatever, then you can have 3 days, 2 hours of the day, 3 days a week. But it's gonna be
No,
you
no,
doing it by
DJ, no,
yourself.
DJ. I think you're good. I really think I've served my functionality. That's what it seems like to me. Cause like even
No,
with the
now you
creep,
about to be now
hold
you
on,
about to
stop,
put
no,
yourself
stop.
in victim category.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Oh, here we
With the
go.
creep thing, I asked, what did I do wrong? All you talked about is what other people did wrong. And but you said I can do things better, but you're not telling me what I'm doing wrong. What
I
can I
just
do?
told you this whole live it's been about you. It been about you, and
Listen,
you
I,
haven't picked up nothing. Tell me
I
what have I
did, I
said today?
did. You
That
said
okay?
don't
What have you
listen. This is
learned?
what you said in the creep situation. You said don't be creepy to the girl. You gave a lot of feelings about what made me creepy, but you said don't be creepy to the girl. I said fine. I just won't interact with the girl. I think that helps us both. And then you told me that's not good enough. So even when I pose a solution that will cover all the bases, I'm wrong. So it's not me
Okay.
not taking accountability, it's you refusing to allow me to take accountability. I say, okay, I can agree with this point, and you're saying it's more than just agreeing. You got to be doing different. I'm like, what more different can I do? Like with the
Well,
creep thing.
I'm gonna let
Go
them. I'm
ahead.
gonna say this last thing, and I'm gonna let H-Way
and Ski and y'all three can go, and I'm gonna focus on trying to get these last 8 orders. Let me say this, OG. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna say this, dude. Look, imagine when you were 25 years old. Okay, imagine your uncle. No offense to you, but you don't have teeth. You know what it is. Your teeth got knocked out, dude. You know in reality. Okay, no
Diabolical.
woman. No, I'm no. I gotta go because you're literally you're frustrating me. You're literally not getting no woman under the age of 28. Okay, it ain't happening. Okay, because you have no teeth. It is what it is. I'm sorry. Just like I'm not getting no woman under the age of freaking 30. Okay, it ain't happening. I'm an Uber
Real
Lyft
quick, I
driver
want to say,
making no
DJ,
money. No,
that's
no. Let
not
me
true.
finish. Let me finish.
That no,
I'm
it's
gonna
not
finish, and
true.
then you can go
I
next.
get
No,
women
no, no.
under certain ages because I spend money.
Dude,
When they get
now,
with me,
okay,
it's a
dude,
good
you
time.
just don't, it ain't no beating you, dude. You're not fucking getting no chick with no teeth. The way you look, dude, you're not getting
Nigga,
no women
DJ,
the
if
way
I
you
was in
look,
the
and you're
Discord,
making me
I'd
so
show you
mad.
bitches in my phone that I'm fucking now that y'all niggas would dream to sleep with. I just don't
40-year-old
brag
woman.
like that.
Nobody wants
I
a
just don't
40-year-old
brag like
woman.
that, DJ.
Bro, nobody wants a 40-year-old woman. Like, I'm sorry, you're freaking, this is going
DJ, if
too far.
DJ,
Cause I'm showing you
DJ,
all the love. And I hate that support word
I live
for
in
running amok
Atlanta.
on me by
DJ,
saying you
I
support
live
me.
in Atlanta. It's beautiful women all over and of all ages. That's why I be saying it's diabolical, DJ. I date
OG,
women
what's your
who are
Facebook page? OG, I'm not gonna dox you. Send me your like go add yourself as my Facebook friend. Dennis Page. And let's see
nah.
you in a
I'm
picture
gonna put it
in
in
the
the chat.
past five
Everybody
years
who's
with
on
a
here
hot
now
chick.
can add me, and y'all know what I look like. So
No, I said
everybody
let me
who's
see a
on
picture
here
on your
now,
Facebook with a hot chick the past 5 years. And
listen. This is what I'm saying.
you're
First of
gonna be in
all,
a picture with a hot chick for
listen.
the past five
First of
years?
all, first of all, my baby mama look better than a lot of you niggas chick. My baby mama 5'8" and 145. She with me for
Bro, you're
15
not
years.
with her. You're not
Okay,
with her no
and hold on.
more.
Then I can show you my school teacher. Like I said, I don't even date women who don't make a certain amount of money. If you look at my school teacher,
Dude, she's 40 years old. Nobody wants a 40-year-old woman. You can have all of them. Like I don't get it. I didn't boot him, by the way. I did not boot him. He ended it. I'm sorry, dude. Nobody wants a 40-year-old woman. Of course, you can get all the 40-year-old school teachers you want. Okay, I don't get it. You won't accept
no,
responsibility.
no, bro, you talking crazy when you
I'm
say
not. You won't
no. Look,
accept it.
listen,
Just say
listen.
okay.
No, listen, DJ. You have a big problem when people underestimate you, but you do it all the time. Saying I can't get women, DJ. That is crazy, dog. It's crazy.
Gee, Ski and
I,
OG, Ski and OG, can you please in a different way? I'm just being blank because I'm in a bad mood and I'm just tired of this shit. Can you please get him to understand that my channel is going to be lame as hell if I'm basing it around him because of the way he acts, the way he, like, dude,
nobody
you're the
said base your
uncle
channel
that
around
shows
me,
up.
DJ.
No, I'm saying, no, I'm saying, dude, you make it about you. Every live is about you. Like, you literally come on here, you're like that uncle that gets drunk and makes the party about him. Like, hey, girl, let's get it
Now
up.
I'm the
Like,
drunk
like, that's
uncle.
you.
Do you see how you disrespect me, DJ? Do you
No, because
see
you
that?
don't want to understand. You make every live about you. Yesterday became the original thought show. And then I had to keep telling you,
Hold on. So
dude,
you
relax,
think I?
relax. You do it every live. And I'm trying to show you love and
I
heart,
barely
but you just
talked
won't
on that
accept
live
it.
with
Wait,
Maddie.
can I say something real quick?
The only reason it became the original thought show at the end because Roy started attacking me. I wasn't attacking
OG,
nobody.
Yes,
I
I
was
had to
OG,
boot
asking.
both of y'all.
OG, OG. But then you just said right now in your whole entire victim story, you basically said that this has happened your entire life, and you gave a reasoning because you're extremely intelligent, and people can't handle your intelligence, and people think that you're arrogant.
Not what I said.
Okay,
You just said that.
a
Okay,
couple
what?
words off, my nigga. This
No, no. What I said was
reality.
no. What I said was because I'm intelligent, everybody just assumed I'm speaking to them from a high place of authority, like I
I just
know
said
it
the
all.
same shit. But anyways, bro, like you're not thinking
Okay.
about the fact that you just made yourself a victim in every scenario, and you never admitted fault on any scenario. You just said in every scenario they are wrong and I am right, and they
That
are
is
offended
that
by my intelligence.
that is not true.
So
What I said.
when you creeping on women, and people trying to tell you to like chill, you're doing too much. That's us being offended by your intelligence.
No, sir. When y'all said I was creeping on women, all I said was tell me what I'm doing is creepy. And then the common consensus is it's not creepy, but I guess what Dennis is saying, you shouldn't be doing it at your age. Fine, I'll take that critique.
No, it's not
But
about the age. It's not about the age at
but
all.
again, hold on, listen. So you answered me
Why are
this.
you still
this
talking? You've been talking for 30 minutes. Can you
I
stop
want
for a
because
second?
you said something. I want to have clarity. So you're saying if I'm not trying to engage the
He's
women
still talking.
offline, and I'm not directing anything sexual to him on the panel, how am I being creepy?
The fact that you don't know that is the actual problem. That's the real problem. The real problem is that you cannot look at yourself and reflect on any actions that you've taken and figure out what's wrong in those actions. You want somebody else to tell you so that way you can sit there and find the logical point in it. Like when I sit
No, I
there and say
don't.
like I think you are intelligent because you're a book read, but I think that you have no wisdom. Like when it comes down to certain stuff, why would somebody have to tell you that your actions are creepy? If
I'm
I
not.
was doing something, I would be able to be like, okay, maybe that could come across a little weird. Let me chill. But you just out here to being like, no,
No.
tell
See,
me what
see,
I
that's an
did. If
unfair
you can't tell me,
narrative.
then
No,
if you can't tell me,
I'm saying y'all want me to correct the behavior. Give me an example of the
correct
behavior
your
so I
own
can
behavior.
correct it.
You're too old for
Listen.
somebody else to correct your
Okay,
behavior.
okay.
Correct your
That
own.
I'm
Hold yourself accountable.
listen.
You're too old
That
for that
okay.
shit, bro.
H way. This is called a disconnect. That's the disconnect. Let's say I had a problem with stealing, right? But you're telling me I have a problem with something, but you're not telling me the
Hold on,
problem is with
hold on.
stealing.
H-Way. I'm
I'm
gonna give
not
him the
gonna
problem.
fix
I'm gonna
the
give him an
stealing.
example. H-Way, I'm gonna give him an example. I've been giving him an example for 3 hours now. Dude, you literally was creeping on Maddie for freaking 2 hours on in the chat, making her feel uncomfortable to where you came on a panel with that dude. You don't have any teeth, and you come off like an uncle, and you're literally like you started the conversation flirting, and she looked so uncomfortable, dude. She put that cardigan on her whole body because she was completely creeped out, and I literally between you and Brandon, I literally didn't know what to do. I'm like, should I just end
Real
this
quick.
live right now?
I started the conversation flirting.
Dude, you started the conversation in a way of like they're not looking at you. You were flirting with her the whole time, dude. And then like you literally jumped on the
Oh
panel,
my God.
smiling, excited. Dude, you looked at like the uncle that you don't want to come to the picnic
No,
because
real
she's
quick.
gonna
You
be
said
all
I
over
was
your
flirting with her
girlfriend.
the whole time.
Dude,
Like you
in the
really just
chat
said
you were
that?
dude, in the chat you was creeping her out the whole you were saying, Snow Bunny, you're gonna make me change my ways, you're gonna make me like white women, you're gonna make me do this, that, and then you come on a panel smiling with that creepy ass look. Dude, you gotta understand if you don't have any teeth, dude, I'm not trying to roast you. I'm being real with you. If you're over 35 years old and you then don't have teeth, you look like the sick uncle that nobody wants. I would never do that. I would never be creeping on a chick in the chat and then jump on a panel and act like I wasn't just creeping on this chick for a whole freaking hour. Like,
Hey
why
Mondo,
don't you understand
Mondo,
that?
you got a bald head, right? I mean, obviously I could clearly see that shit. Why like you shaved your whole head? Like if you was not getting hoes or if you was going through a rough time, you probably would have those like little hairs on the side, right, Mondo? Like that's what bald like because they're not taking
Yeah, the
care of themselves.
shoehorn. Yeah, the
So
shoehorn.
so so how is OG saying he's getting girls, but yet he got the you know what I'm
Well, first, can I
you
make a
like that?
comment real quick? And
By the
and
way,
I went at it
I
with,
didn't boot him. By the way, I didn't boot him. By the way, he left on his own. But go for it.
listen. I'm on Dennis's side with this, man. I went at it with OG last time. I don't think that dude contributes anything positive to the channel. If I'm being honest with you, especially with women. Um, if you have no self-awareness, where if you got the shoehorn going on, you got no teeth, you're 52 years old, and you think that you're gonna get these 25-year-olds, bro, like, come on, you got to be a little self-aware. The shit's gonna come off creepy, and it's just the energy is not the same, man. He said that he assumes every white person is a white supremacist, but then he's simping for this white girl. It's like, what do you stand? You know what I mean? Like, this shit don't make sense. Why didn't you challenge her on racism then? You know, all I saw was simping yesterday, and the shit came off creepy. It did. He's in the background with the ski mask on at 52 years old, dancing in the back. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Nobody else is doing. You trying to impress him by dancing by yourself and throwing up like gang signs and shit? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think OG's cool. I think he just need to chill. Like, just need to just. I've said that multiple times, even on the stream with the girl. I was like, just chill, like just relax. But you want me to tell you everything and write it out, everything that you're doing wrong. I'm like, you have some intelligent points, you have some good points, you've had some good debates in the past. Sometimes you take it to the extreme. Just chill, just relax, bro. Like this is not Howard University where you're trying to get a degree in debate. Like I know you're trying to show off your skills, and maybe that's just what you said intellectual masturbation. Maybe that's what it is. Like he really gets off on trying to show everybody how smart he is. But that's autism. Like you're like you don't have any self. What is that? Asperger's. Like you don't have any social cues to understand, like, okay,
Yeah.
like maybe I need to chill. Like, why would we have to tell you that she was being creepy with the girls? Like, I thought it was a bit. Like, he was doing the whole snow bunny thing. I thought it was just funny, and I was laughing at it. But then you telling me that you had no inkling or nothing, like you didn't, you couldn't put it together. You somebody had to tell you that you were actually being creepy. So you was doing that innately, like that was natural for you to do that.
Yeah.
Bro,
What
like just chill, like bro.
what
You could come, like
what's
you
happening?
good.
What's happening right now is like this is like what a bunch of people are doing. They literally, I try to correct behavior that's making my channel. Like, you gotta remember, if I just come here by myself and talk, my numbers are gonna grow because people come here truly just for me for the most part. But when I do panels, okay, and I bring on people that would be deemed who will be deemed losers, it makes me look bad because I'm surrounding myself with people that don't are just so out of touch with the fact he's not understanding that he's the uncle that majority of women, no offense to OG, but they're not going to want. That's like me trying to hit on a 20-year-old chick. I'm out of touch. No 20-year-old chick wants me. I shouldn't be trying to get that chick. But what he doesn't understand is, like, I can't, because he supports me, allow him to continue. I did a private, which the Discord really was intervention. I wanted me and him, but then people came on, and I figured it was no big deal because other people that support him will be trying to give him advice what to do. He literally took that and he went an hour later and engaged in the same thing that I told him not to do. I told him to stop flirting, stop treating me people who are going to be on my channel regularly as pieces of meat. This is what one individual did to Christina, and I didn't like that. I told him I didn't want that, and he knew that, and he did it anyway. So that's disrespect to me, and I'm frustrated because my time is money, and I don't have time to call people and have a one-on-one with somebody that won't understand. They're going to make excuses up and try to play once again victim. So I mean, I'm sorry, OG, that you're mad, that you feel some kind of way, but you're welcome back. But you gotta like understand. If you want to have that call, text me when I'm not on live, and then you can call me while I'm on my bike. Otherwise, I'm not wasting my time doing this, man, because you know, or maybe you don't know, but you got to just take my advice and run with it. I know what's creepy and not creepy. Like I know because I used to be that guy. I used to be that guy that used to like chicks that were like just my friend back in the day when I didn't get no girls. I would be creepy trying to make them a girlfriend, trying to make them somebody that I want to smash or that would let me smash because I had no game, and that's just creepy. But y'all got it.
Well, he gives me the vibe of like the type of dude that always asks like, "Where's my hug?" type shit. You know what I mean? Like he's giving off those type of vibes. You know, and honestly, man, like having self-awareness is a beautiful thing. Like if anything, this intervention could help him out because, hey, man, if you think that you're going to be able to get 10s and 9s at age 52 with missing teeth, I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm just being honest. This is being realistic. That's a delusional take, and you're missing out on people that you could meet that actually would be best fitting for you. You're not going to get 10s, bro. Go for ones in your own league because then you can actually find happiness. But you got to have some self-awareness of like, yo, I'm not getting 10s. Like I'm not going to get Beyonce, so why the fuck am I shooting for Beyonce? You see what I'm saying? Like you're robbing yourself out of the opportunity of meeting somebody that could make you happy that might not be a 10. You got to have some self-realization of like, yo, this is where I stand in life as far as, you know, physical attraction. This is what I should go for. Me, myself, I always shoot higher because like, what do you have to lose, right? But I also don't have missing teeth. I take care of myself. I always have a nice shape up. Like I don't, you know what I mean? I have a lot of shit to offer. I don't live with my dad. I got my own house. I got a lot of shit going on. So a lot of things can make up for that, but you gotta be realistic with yourself, man. Like it's a little delusional. And honestly, if you're saying that you're getting bad chicks all the time, you don't have the time to get bad chicks all the time or to work if you're on here on his panels while he's working for 12 hours a day. When are you working? When are you meeting up with these chicks if you're on here all the hours that you're awake? Like I'm not trying to be a dick. This is just common sense. What time are you getting these chicks if you're on here the whole time?
I feel bad because it's kind of like the you know the hood rat chick that lives in the hood. Not calling him a hood rat. I'm just saying it's like the chick that got like 6 kids by like 4 baby daddies, and she thinks she's gonna get a freaking millionaire. Like she thinks she's gonna have a chance with Michael B. Jordan. Like it ain't happening. That's like me. I know I'm not gonna have Janae Eichel, my crush.